have any boundaries? Do you have any safe words you want to put out? You should right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Let's just go with it.
You're
I'll
good?
see if I can handle it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Kiskapids podcast. And today I have a very lovely guest with me, Lydia K.M. We've been friends online, on and off online.
Yeah, it's like organically online.
Yeah. Majorly like just online, but we've never really had like a chance to sit down, chop it up, go on a date or anything. So I mean,
No.
yeah, so it hasn't been fortunate enough for us to meet like, in mutual grounds and just have a conversation.
Yeah.
So the
You got my
Kiskapids,
name wrong, by the way.
it's not Lydia K.M?
No.
What do you mean?
It's Lydia K.M.
It's Lydia K.M.
Yes.
K.Y.M.
No, K.M. Initials.
Oh. Well, what I meant to say
friends,
is Lydia K.M. So I'll just let her introduce herself so that she can say what she does, and then we're just going to take it off from there with a few questions that I have for her.
Totally.
Basically, just don't care about your work. We'll just talk about your personal life.
Oh my God.
No, I'm playing. So the Kiskapids podcast is all about, we just take like interest, or we just discuss like the 4 pillars of life. You know what those 4 pillars are?
No.
You don't?
No.
So how do you wake up in the morning and just, you don't have any direction in your life, or?
No, I don't. I guess I just maybe don't use the 4 pillars of life.
You should,
whatever
because
those are. Yeah.
they bring balance to life, I think.
You think?
So health,
Yeah.
it's very important.
Of course.
Wealth, that's why you wake up in the morning, to make your money.
Amen.
Love,
Yeah.
friends, family, if you're into chicks, if you're into guys,
Yeah.
like just something that keeps you, afloat, I think, with your emotions and everything. And then finally, like happiness, mental well-being,
Yeah.
just that satisfaction that you get after doing something, or what you work towards, maybe a family.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess we all do.
So you
work
don't
around
have those things don't guide like your life?
I guess they do, but as I said, is maybe I'm just like not conscious that that's what's guiding me.
Oh, trust
but
me.
clearly,
As time goes, you'll start thinking about it like, oh shit, what about my savings? I haven't been saving. Do I need to start a family now? Do I need a companion? I mean, I don't have a problem. Like, I can get like 10 chicks pregnant this year.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
Is
I
that
can
starting a family, or is that reproducing? There's a difference.
Reproducing and starting families.
Those are different.
Families. I can start like 10 families. I mean, that's what I mean. Hold on. Let me just take off my sweat.
What?
Yes, it's possible.
I am totally against that way of reproducing, but sure, to each their own, right?
There are some countries where like people get paid by the government. If like you have a kid, they pay you extra. You get like a bonus on your salary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
like child benefits, yeah.
yeah, so hopefully maybe I make like the Kenyan government reconsider like, how they reward their hard working
Oh, get out,
men
please.
in this country. But anyway, the podcast is all about, like just figuring out, because people who see you on Instagram, and even my engagement is mostly with people who are on Instagram. People see you,
Yeah.
people see you growing like your career and all these things, but they don't really get to connect with you, because maybe, like for instance, let's say you, oh shit, you haven't even introduced yourself. Before I go on,
He's just blabbering on. Jesus.
please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia K.M. I am a TV talk show host and an actress. To be fair, those are like the most consistent. I did used to YouTube, and I'm gonna get back to it like soon because I love it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm an actress and a talk show host. I host a show called Let's Talk on Ebru TV, and it's essentially just 4 women discussing, trending topics, whatever we feel like talking about. Having some fun game time. We have awesome guests as well, and yeah, that's my career, talk show hosting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you've just mentioned something really important.
What?
Lydia is such a sellout, first of all.
What?
Once she got into mainstream, she just forgot about her online audience.
I'm going to take
Like
that.
you don't even post videos anymore.
I know. I feel
What?
so bad.
That's crazy.
I know. I feel so bad. But I did like kind of dip. My life just kind of, it just got a little bit more like about that, you know?
Yeah.
But now that I've settled into it, like it's good to just kind of be really good at something first, because when I got the job, I really wanted to be a talk show host.
Yeah.
So I focused so hard on making sure that I'm excelling at that, you know? So all my attention went there.
Do you think you'd have been able to do it on YouTube by yourself, or you just thought like that's a really nice platform for you to sharpen your skills, and if you ever want to go independently, you can do?
Yes. It's like, so if on YouTube, it's great.
Yeah.
You know, but you are like, just the feedback is going to be from people who are choosing to come and watch you.
Yeah.
Whereas, let's say, for example, like Let's Talk.
You have nice shoes.
Thank you. Yay.
And your hair
You don't
looks
have a
good
shoe.
too.
Thank you.
Lips as well. Yeah.
So
You're not used to compliments?
I'm totally used to compliments.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I still feel weird. Anyway, so like there's 4 people who are on the show.
Yeah.
And some people are coming to watch and they are a fan of one of them. So
Yeah.
you get critics from like not just people who like you. You know, you're able to be criticized like a bit more all-rounded.
Yeah.
And you get to know how you're doing from the feedback. You have producers who are going to tell you this is good and this isn't. You get to understand your audience. It's a completely different realm on TV.
Yeah.
And I love it. And it's live as well. So it's not like, you know, on YouTube where I get to pause and I don't like this and I don't like that. But
Yeah.
you know, on TV, you get to be like your organic self. And there's something good about creating like that. Like, and you instantly are creating that way. So yeah, I prefer to have done it this way because it
But do you
sharpened me.
prefer mainstream or the online platform? What do you think works best? Because I've seen like even like right now, like a lot of mainstream media platforms are just really rushing to grab YouTubers, Instagrammers like you, because I think they really need like even their audience.
Yeah.
Because once you see like well established like even YouTubers locally, if you see their numbers and if you see TV numbers online, way completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for I prefer online only because I get to be myself how I want anytime. You get?
Yeah.
Whereas on TV,
Oh.
first of all, you've got a boss.
Yeah.
You know, whereas on my online platforms, I do what I want. I can communicate which side of myself I
Whatever
want.
you
Whereas
want.
on TV, you know, you can't swear. You can't.
You can't swear on TV?
No, you can't swear on TV.
Oh
You being
shit.
serious?
And it's live?
It's live.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. He has to say shit every 2
No,
minutes.
I had to. I'm just used to it, and it just comes out in a. It's not like it's bad behavior, but it's just the way I talk.
It's the way you express yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you see, there's like limits on mainstream, but online, like it's just free fall. And to be honest, I can't wait.
Yeah.
After sharpening my skills, like on mainstream.
We need people to hear this lovely voice,
Oh
Lydia.
my god.
No, but
Sorry.
we're good. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I can't wait to just now kind of be able to create like back on my YouTube, like
Yeah.
just on my own.
Mhm.
Just being able to be a bit more like myself. So I'm looking forward to that.
I
for sure.
hope you get back to it first of
I
all.
totally will.
Because I can only imagine
Seriously.
like the people who used to follow you because of that, and then now
know.
they're like, oh shit, what
Look
happened
at
to her?
me, you snob.
But I'm so proud of you because like anybody who's seen you online, they've
Yeah.
seen the growth.
Yeah.
Like from you posting like your YouTubes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, did you ever feel lost like when you're online? Because now I think like when you're in mainstream,
Yeah.
like there's just like you say, there's a director, there's a producer.
Yeah.
Like everything is just so well structured.
Yeah.
But online, did you have difficulty in just like finding your lane? Because everybody like has so many things going on.
Yeah.
Like and then maybe you think this guy is doing all these crazy like things that you're like, oh shit, I can't do this.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to edit? How am I supposed to do this and putting out content consistently?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever feel lost when you're on a online platform?
The biggest thing, as far as feeling lost, you feel lost more because you're guided by just your own intuition. It's YouTube. You can just put out whatever. If you want to take videos of you sleeping, then you can, So
Yeah.
then it just comes from your intuition is telling you do this, but it's just trusting that. you know, and not making it about what will people like, because if you make it about what people like, you just be going out there to kind of inauthentically present yourself. You see? So I felt lost more because I wasn't so sure, like my gut feeling, I wasn't trusting it so much. But when I did, I just knew what I wanted to talk about, you know? To just communicate wisdom, to just share the things which I'm going through. That's what made me feel most inspired. And I was like, if I don't go with that, then I won't do any of it. I won't feel good doing it.
Okay,
so,
that's cool. But do you think, because now you're on TV, right? And all those things that you've mentioned that used to inspire and you used to do on YouTube, and you still can't do them on TV. I mean, how does that make you feel? Are you comfortable with what you're doing?
Absolutely.
It's like, even in long term, like, do you think like this is just the direction you'd want to take with what you're doing?
I mean,
because I want somebody who's listening or watching, and then they're thinking like, okay, this is what I'm doing on my online platform, but if I go to mainstream, that means I'm going to like leave like everything, all the ideas that I had, of course, like you did, plus your audience as well. So I mean, how is that? But I mean, how is that adjustment? Like, how? I don't even know how.
No, I get your point.
You get
I totally get your point. Like, because as I said on.
Is this a berry kiss? Nice, thank you.
That looks nice. So as I said, for my online, it's like, you know, whatever you want to put out, whatever you want to do. When you're on TV, it's more structured. You have to appreciate that, because you are combining.
Sorry, I've just remembered. So my question was, do you feel yes, you're in a well-structured, like now, company situation and everything, and even the way content comes out, but you still always feel like, you know, it would have been good if I could just do like my thing, how I used to do it on YouTube, express my ideas, evolve my show around wisdom and everything, kind of like how This Is S is doing, because I think they just gave her a really nice platform, and she does almost exactly what she was almost doing, like on YouTube.
Let me tell you, I was actually gonna give her as an example. So for me,
she's amazing, right?
She's, first of all, I do love This Is S.
Is she still single?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know her personally. I'm just like a fan like everybody else. Anyway, so for like let's say This Is S, once you build your numbers, you have a brand now. So when you go on mainstream, you will be going as that brand. Do you get my point? Whereas for me, I went before I built my brand. Do you understand? So I went in there as, you know, I guess, yes, I didn't go as my own brand. Now, the only thing about Let's Talk that's different, I guess, from any other place is that I went to a show where you just get to talk, you just get to say what you think. Do you understand? Like, you get to kind of compromise on the topics you talk about, but you get to say what you think. For example, if the topic is, should men pay for their dates? Never, ever. You know, you're paying for everything we're eating today, right? Absolutely not. There's nothing like that. So if that's a topic, I get to talk about what I think genuinely as me. Do you understand? So it's not so restricting that I get to be told what to say and everything like that. I still get to communicate my own mind and my own wisdom. It's still fun. It's still so enjoyable. And then you get to do it with like 3 other women who you adore. So it's just basically getting paid to have a girlfriend chat. So I was fortunate enough that the mainstream job, which I did get, was so in line with what I love doing. You know what I mean? And then so important, another very important question. Like, when you're growing up, what was like your dream job? Let's be real. I went to be a lawyer. I've got a master's in commercial law. Wait. I know. Oh shit. I know. Wait. Yes. You have a master's? I do. Commercial law? I do. I wanted to be a lawyer. That's all I wanted. Did you go through like KSL and everything? See, let me tell you the story then. So I wanted to be a lawyer since I was about, I think, maybe 11. So my dad, I just started doing debates with my dad, just something small, like giving my opinion.
Yeah.
And from that conviction, he was like, oh my God, like, you know, you'd make a great lawyer. And you know, that's how people's dreams get manipulated.
Yeah.
You do one thing, an adult tells you you'd be good at this, then you think that's it. Then that's what you follow. So
and
I
if
followed
it's your
through
guardian, of course,
that.
I
Yes,
mean,
you think, oh my God, yeah, they must be right.
Makes sense, yeah.
But I was actually good at law. So I did that.
You were really good at it?
Yeah, I was good at it. Like, I just was.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just, it's kind of like, anyway.
How long did it take you to study? Like,
not long. So I went to school in England. So it was, I went.
Oh, that's why you have like this British accent.
Whatever.
British. Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
so I went to college, did law there, and I did uni 3 years, and then I did my master's. Now, I did my master's because I started thinking about coming back to Kenya to do my law school here.
Yeah.
When I came back to law school, because my degree was international, you need to do this kind of conversion course for you to go to law school.
Yeah.
So I got here in 2016 January, and I started that conversion course in May.
Yeah.
So in that 5 months, sorry, I got to think about what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I had never stopped for 5 months doing nothing. I was either in school or working like forever. You know, so I never got the chance to explore anything else except for law. So in those 5 months when I got here, I got to kind of sit in, what do you really want to do?
Yeah.
Then I like the exploring just started there. So I told my mom, give me 2016, let me figure out what I want to do. I figured out by the end of 2015.
That's like the year when most chicks get pregnant, when they're trying to figure themselves out.
Oh, Jesus, it's good I did not. So I figured it out.
Yeah.
I figured it out. I think I was like, I wanted to be in, what did you like doing? I like talking.
Yeah.
I like talking, and you know, I want to be somewhere where I can be creative with my voice.
Yeah.
So then we figured it was media. Then media, which platform, what job, you know, you got to figure all
you're
those things
trying
out.
to like just structure this life.
So all 2017, it was just hustle, hustle, you know, trying to get connections, trying to be in the right place at the right time, figuring out exactly how I'm going to do it, doing auditions. Most people on my page have been, you know, like this video so that, you know, Sijui Capital FM and RG, all these people who, you know, are auditioning publicly, you could get attention. And then I guess I landed my job in April 2018. And I had said in the beginning of 2018, if I don't get a job by April, I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Like I need to just either, you know, just restructure the plan. And April 20th was the first show I did on Ebru TV. Boom.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Perseverance. I went on every audition. Like I went on the dumbest auditions ever.
What was like the hardest thing when you was that like your first job?
The first job in here, yeah. Not my first
here?
job in the world. I
What
started
was your
working when I was
first job?
16.
Where?
See, in England, you finish high school when you're 16.
Oh, no wonder you're so focused. Because here, you see, like, that's why, like, you focused on, like, structure. I need to figure this out. Because, like, a 16-year-old here in Kenya.
Yeah.
They're like...
You're in form
just
two,
like
form
babies,
3?
I think.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to make their money. Even 18 and 19, I don't think they still know how to make like
I think that's a huge issue.
It is.
It is because you see that people learn.
Because now you're
some
grown
skills.
and you're like, oh, how am I supposed to make money? How am I supposed to pay even for transport or just food in the restaurant? You don't know what it takes to actually make money. And
old men here are the ones who have money. That's an issue.
And that's where they come in like, oh,
exactly.
Like, oh, you need money to go to the restaurant.
Here I am. You see what I mean? Like you get rich too old. You see, whereas at 16,
you get what? Too old? Oh,
you get rich too old.
Yeah,
you
true.
see? So then, like, you know, when a girl is like maybe 20, like her person who she's dating, maybe 24, has nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like it shouldn't be that way. So at
That's
16,
true.
you got a job. I got a job. My first job was at a call center.
Never thought about it like that. I never thought about it.
I see that difference because I can see, like at 21, you know, you got your money. At 16, I was earning, I think it was like I was getting paid like £110 a week.
Sheesh.
And that was good money at 16.
It was, yeah, because I mean,
you're at
like, you
home.
can actually do your own things. Like, if you need to
Exactly.
go shopping, I can actually save to buy these
Exactly.
shoes. I can.
And you're still living with your parents. But at
Yeah.
16, you can move out in England. You
So
can
you
move
see, you
out.
can't blame girls here when they're hooking up with like old people.
It's not
too,
that I
and
can't
to
blame
be like,
them. It's just
yeah.
that I see the imbalance there. Like the
Yeah.
guys who you're dating there can't afford like the nice things
Like,
which
that's what I was saying.
you want.
Yeah, like even uni guys, they can't date like
They
that.
can't-
How will they date like the girls who are in uni?
Exactly.
How
If
do you take
start
them in
at
a
16,
restaurant?
For when I was 16, I was dating someone who was, I think he was 18, and he was working and he was driving.
Oh my god.
You see?
Oh my god.
So then at that time, you see that.
But I think you just mature in a completely different way.
100%. You get to figure out your money. You get to especially work ethic. You
Yeah.
get to learn work ethic very early. So I learned that.
I wonder, even
super
when you
early.
speak, you just sound like, sound like you know what you're talking about.
I don't always know what I'm talking about. Half the time I'm still figuring it out. But yeah.
Yeah, but it makes so much sense because even a lot of people that were brought in the podcast who've studied maybe abroad and they've just been exposed to other worlds
Yeah.
that just have a completely different like education system, work system, and systems that actually work. They think way completely differently. Because on them I'm like, what are you talking about when you say like you started working at what? 13, 14, where? Isn't that
You have
child
to.
or whatever? But it makes sense now that you're talking about it.
Yeah.
And that's really important, by the way.
Yes.
That imbalance
push
that you've
money.
talked about now, it makes so much sense.
Yes, push money to the young, and then you start balancing things. You start balancing the order of things.
Yeah.
Like, most, and I speak from men because, like, you tend to see, like, economic power more pushed towards guys. As it's true.
Why do women keep saying that?
No. I'm saying that only because historically it's been done that. So me using men as an example, like, I think you get a good grasp, because a woman who's not working at 28, she's not working. Maybe she's married and she's got a husband who's rich, and that's like fine.
Yeah.
Whereas a guy who's not working at 28, what are you doing? Did you
Yeah.
get? So that's why I'm using that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's say maybe here
Yeah.
I see people starting to get some success, a good balance of success at 30. And guess
True.
what? That's the time you have the pressure to start a family. So when did you live la vida loca? When did you get to
Yeah,
floss and
man.
ball and travel and live
Yeah.
your best life?
That's why even
There
a
was
lot
no
of money,
space
once
to.
they get that money at that time,
You
now
see?
they just are just out of control.
Exactly. And that's why you see a lot of people, a lot of guys playing at 30 when they've got their women and whatever, because this is the time when they actually have income, disposable income.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have disposable income in your 20s. So that you can just be stupid and live and travel and date and do all the dumb things,
That's very
and then
true.
settle in your 30s. I see that order, that imbalance now, because I know where people are, like my age now in England versus
Yeah.
here where I see.
I mean, when you came here, like, didn't you see like other people, like your age mates, were like, what? This is what people are doing? Like, I can't even. Were you able to fit in? Because like how like your age mates like are thinking then?
No, I didn't fit in. I got one friend here.
Yeah.
His name is Dennis. He was a friend who I met when I was on holiday, when I had come on holiday. So he was my first natural friend. But the other friends who
How was
I
your
made
friend online? What do you mean?
online, but in real life,
Yeah, you didn't want to hook up. You'd have just told me.
no, I didn't want to hook up.
Oh, sorry. I meant wrong choice of words. Wrong choice of words.
You gotta be careful
yeah,
with him.
Wrong
You
choice
gotta
of
be careful.
words. Yeah.
So I made like my actual, my solid friends in July
Yeah.
of 2017, when I got here in January 2016, because you know it's not easy to blend, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And also because you don't speak exactly like everyone here, that's the first thing someone wants to discriminate against.
Come on.
I'm
Nobody
dead ass serious.
Nobody's going to discriminate
That-
just because
no.
you have a little accent.
Let me tell you.
Maybe just the people that you choose to sit
it's
around.
not even I choose to. It's depends on where you're going.
When you go to a shop or you're making an order somewhere.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And maybe when you say, especially girls can be catty. And
Oh,
girls
yeah,
can
yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah.
catty.
Yeah.
And also there's this presumption that you must be faking it. So of course you are coming off inauthentic.
Oh, yeah.
And the
true.
more you're communicating
Like,
yourself.
why she's speaking like that?
Exactly.
Why she's
People say,
speaking
oh my
like that?
God, you're trying something, you know?
No,
You
but
see?
it's true.
Because
And
there's
you've just
already a
spent so
bad
much time like in a
reputation.
different country, and that's just how people talk where you
But
are.
that's the thing.
Oh,
That's not
shit.
how you're received. I thought it would be this welcome home.
Oh, sorry.
Dun, 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 dun,
Not in
dun.
Kenya, not in Kenya. Mm-mm.
But then I
Yeah.
think it was also like a reflection of my own insecurity because I wanted to fit in so bad. So then naturally I was so self-conscious that I wasn't fitting in.
Oh,
So it was
shit.
both. When
Yeah.
I started being like, do you know what, whatever, who cares? I attracted people who didn't care either.
Yeah.
And were just like, you're just a person.
I'm glad you found your
Shout
lane.
out to my friends, yeah.
So you actually made more friends who gave
I
you like...
did. And they're still my solid ass friends.
I'm just glad we're having like this conversation because you see, like even for me, for as long as we've known each other, like there's so many other things that maybe I didn't know about you, and now like they just start making sense. Like, okay, now this is why she was doing this, this is why she was doing this. But you also have to understand, like once you start making like an online like audience, they can't connect with you if you don't normally like talk about like those kind of things. You're doing
I
like
appreciate that.
yeah, so like I think that's why like for the podcast I just want to bring in those people and like people can actually see like, oh, Kumbi, she was not just like faking this crazy English accent for, but they start understanding like how somebody like even like, you know, those little things you're talking about, like you just trying to fit in. There's some people who keep struggling with that even in work environments.
Yeah.
School, maybe you've been moved from a school in UK, the States,
Yeah.
and you've been brought here.
Yeah.
You know, you have to explain to every single person why you're talking the way you're talking.
And it's really difficult.
It's difficult,
And also
right?
it makes you turn into a recluse.
Yeah.
You don't want to go out, you don't want to communicate. You just, like, I used to go to parties with Dennis and I would just stay right next to him. Like, I'll just be like,
You
this is the
should
person
have
I'm talking
called
to.
me. Should have called me.
No, it's
But
it
you
was
see,
a
then
hard
again,
adjustment.
when somebody just sees you online, they wouldn't know you're going through that.
What I know.
Because you're
I
just taking a
know.
picture, smiling, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, she's all good.
Oh,
But you're
no.
actually trying to fit in all these
It
places.
was a hard adjustment. It was emotionally really tough as well.
Jeez.
Like being away from home.
Yeah.
Being away from home, I moved by myself. My mom and my sister didn't come with me. So I came here by myself. I had to adjust to so many things.
Yeah.
I had to kind of understand family dynamics. You know, I just thought everything would be so much easier.
Yeah.
I didn't see how whatever it is I was bringing might be difficult for other people to handle.
Yeah.
So it was tough emotionally. It was tough. Even kind of figuring myself out as far as changing my career, and that was really dumb of me. So
Why?
you change the country you're living in, and you change what you're doing.
That's crazy.
Not smart.
First of all, yeah, but
Not
it's just
smart.
like a big leap of faith.
Huge leap of
'Cause
faith.
That basically just means like law
What?
for you. I mean, are you ever going to go back to law?
I don't think so. I chose this career from a point of, I always felt like law would be something that I do, and then eventually I'd maybe branch off into something which I
Oh.
could command my time more.
Really?
You know, I've always thought that, because I mean the
So you
hours,
don't look at it like, you know, I wasted so
I
much
like-
time studying, like,
and also that's a huge misconception. There's nothing like
Yeah.
a waste of education. Like even the way I articulate myself came from the education which I have, which makes me a good
you sound
TV
really
host.
smart.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Sound
So
really smart.
that
I love
comes
smart
from
women, first of all.
You do?
You'd never, okay, maybe a few times you'd find me with a few people who like really just don't have anything in their brains, but they basically must have something else that they're bringing to the table that's
Oh Jesus!
extraordinary. But yeah, speaking of work, because we're still on the just topic of like now work.
Yeah.
Just now that you've joined like, you know, TV and everything, do you think that's something that you want to do like for the rest of, you see, like maybe in the next 10 years? Is that like a projection like you've thought of, like, if I take this lane, because it seems like you're the kind of person who plans your life like properly.
Oh my God! I
Like you have like a what do you call them, those boards that you post like on your wall?
Oh,
What are they called?
like a vision board.
A vision board.
I do
yeah.
have a vision board, but it's
Come
not
on,
a
you
plan.
see?
But a vision board is not about plan. It's about trying to attract things energetically. It's having a visual representation of all the things that you want to bring to life. So when you see,
You make everything sound so nice, and planned and
It's
important.
Not, oh my God, do you know what? Let me just please break that glass. I am not like organized. I don't have everything planned to a T at all. I am actually kind of the exact opposite.
You seem like the kind of person, if you're dating someone, if they're waking up in the morning, you'd have written down, if you're not doing it for them, you've written down what they should wear.
That is
the shoes that they should match with enemy and everything.
Let me tell you.
And even for you, you'd put whatever you're wearing the next day, like, you know.
Let me
like
tell
this
you,
is planned.
I am the exact opposite.
Really?
I am so free fall about everything else, but when it's something which let's say if I want to do something, I can be very vigilant. But with the rest of like life, it's whatever.
What does vigilant mean?
It's like, if let's
it's not for me, it's for my audience.
It's like being persistent.
I want them
it's
to understand what you're talking about. Yeah.
Super focused.
Yeah.
Like, just going in for the kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I want something, that's how I am. And my phrase which I love the most is, I'll figure it out. I say that more than I say anything else.
You know what? That's what's going to be the title of this
I'll
podcast.
figure it out.
Nice.
Figure it out.
I love
You'll
this.
figure it out. I believe in my ability to figure things out more than I believe in anything else about myself.
So even in this work that you started, the way I've asked about like your 10-year projection, but that's just way too much.
I don't have that.
Yeah, but let's just say you'll figure it out. You believe in just waking up, as long as you're doing something that you love.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out in the process.
Trust the process, but hold the vision. You don't move the vision. Understand where it is clearly that you're going, but how you're getting there, don't be so rigid about that. Like, just trust that whatever step you're taking, even if it's a step backward, it's still going to propel you forward somehow. And that's all I do. Honestly,
Plus, you're a very positive person.
I'm positive.
Why don't we hang out?
Planned.
Why don't we hang out much?
I don't know. Are you a positive person?
Yes. What do you mean?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And in fact, I disconnect myself from people who are negative. Because I keep telling people, stop saying I can't do this. Stop saying that I can't achieve this. Stop saying I don't think I can date this girl. You can do but
it has to come down to a girl with you, doesn't it?
It has to. Because listen, with men, that's like a very, I think for me, it's like plays a very big role. Like even just the women maybe that are around me as friends and everything, they have been very influential in what I do. Okay. Even in the podcast, like if you've noticed, like a lot of guys are asking, why are men not in your podcast? Because nobody's taking this shit seriously. So if you don't want to come and sit down and have a conversation, well, that's good. Let's meet up when we're drinking and everything.
Okay.
I can always call your girl to come to the podcast. Hey.
Oh my good.
Yeah. I don't need to talk to you if you don't want to talk. And it's the same thing even when it comes to all these women empowerment seminars, all these organizations and just meetups for women and everything. Because now a lot of men are complaining that, women are getting favored in doing this. But no, they sit down, put their differences aside and talk about different things. Like, how can we solve this? How can we solve this? People were talking was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were talking about the men's whatever. What
conference.
Was it? The men's
that was
conference.
Last week.
Was it last week?
Valentine.
Was it an actual thing?
No.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like you see, anytime there's a group of men, things like people are trying to do something, it's just like a whole mockery. Nobody's taking any shit seriously. That would have been a time where they'd have done an actual conference and talk about how they can influence each other. Because now, when you see like young guys, young college boys, campus boys, who are they looking up to? Who's telling them, like, you can do this and this and this so that you can change your life? You can do this and this to make money. You can do this and this. Who are they looking up to?
It's true.
They have nobody to look up to.
In the defense of men, it's encouraged for women to communicate the way we communicate. It's encouraged for women to express their emotions and talk about things that they are having difficulty with. By society. It always has been from the beginning of time. It's be a man, man up. Whereas for women, it's, oh my God, if you start crying like this, if I start crying right now, the whole place could come to ask me what's wrong.
You want to get me arrested? Want to get me arrested?
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But with men,
Yeah.
it's you guys aren't encouraged to do that. If you start crying right now,
Yeah.
people will probably run away like, Jesus, what a freak, you know?
What the fuck is wrong with
Exactly,
him?
because it's not encouraged. So it's like it's gotta start with this us encouraging
But that's
it.
why I have this podcast.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
Let's
you know,
encourage men to
the
talk
people,
more.
I've only had like Mutua Madeka, amazing person, and oh shit, but
Oh my God, there's always an oh shit song.
I see. As I was saying, you see, that's one of my good friends. I haven't seen him probably like 5 years, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
He's an art director in advertising and everything. I wish I could pan the
Are we
camera
on-
to
we back
him.
on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're back on. But like right now, I've just asked him like, oh shit, I've seen you and I've just remembered you're still doing art direction and everything in advertising. I've asked him, do you want to come and do a podcast session? He's like, no, I can't do that. So what are we talking about? I'm like, advertising. It's like he doesn't want to talk about it. And that's like a live example that just popped up.
Wild.
And yeah, but he's an art director. You see, anybody who wants to get into advertising would want to hear from like, because there are people who talk about like, I want to be a graphic designer, I want to join advertising, I want to do this and this. But I tell you like, no, don't go into advertising. It's like the worst work environment, because I have been there. So I can tell people that. But an art director might have a different perspective, because maybe they went through a different structure and everything, and they'd have a different opinion on how you can grow in advertising and not be depressed, not be stressed. A lot of people commit suicide.
Yeah.
They get overworked. They lose like contact like with just their family and stuff, because they're never home and all that kind of thing. But if you don't talk about it, how are people who are coming up supposed to? People have nobody to look up to, because we can't say like, oh, okay, it's our society. We can't keep blaming whose society, because once we start blaming society, who are we talking about?
Honestly, I tend to come from not necessarily a blaming society, but just an empathy. You know, I empathize with the pressures that come in being a man, in having to bottle up your emotions when you're feeling being like everyone else. And the reason why I empathize is because I'm a woman and I'm encouraged to express myself.
Yeah.
And most of who I am is my emotional expression. So I imagine what kind of world it would be if people around me didn't encourage that. Do you understand? But
True.
as you're right, someone has to make the first step, and so we can turn this around and start making it about, you know, so we can give examples and just make the change.
Like even yesterday, I just posted about a little snippet about what we had talked about Kenya School of Law and everything.
Oh God, yeah.
I
saw that.
And then like NTV had done it, like the feature like 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But if you go online, everybody had that feeling, but nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
So all these law students are so frustrated and
Oh my
everything.
God. Thank God I dodged
there's
that
a,
bullet.
There's a guy who said like he had a friend who tried to commit suicide, but he wasn't successful. But it's because he kept on failing so much that he was like, this doesn't make any sense. And then for him, he came from a community like where it's like, you know, your neighbors, your uncles, your parents, everybody's raising money for you to go to school.
Oh God, the pressure, yeah.
And then you know what happens?
What?
KSL is just, you just keep being failed.
I saw at one point there was a 9% pass rate. That's not a
yes,
school. That's not a school. That's ridiculous.
It can't be the students. It can't be this. There's no possible way it can be the students.
9%. No.
9 out of 1,500
the
students.
highest there was 22% of a pass rate.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And that's just
it makes no sense. Then what are you guys doing as lecturers? Because it can't be the students. You can't say all these people are stupid.
It's because they have a monopoly. That's just the end of the conversation.
True.
Where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
You know, when I came back and I handed in my results for them to kind of judge what I need to retake, they just decide. So I had done equity and trust. They said I should redo it just because. You know, there's so many modules I had
just
done.
Because,
and don't forget that they're charging you per module.
Yeah.
So they, I was forced to. They were telling me that I need to retake some modules which I done. I think my first, like this conversion course which I had to do at Riara, it came to something like 170,000. So and 4 of the modules I had done. So if you take those, and guess what? There's 2 mandatory ones.
And how much are those?
I think the like all of them came to like something like 17K, 17K 2 mandatory ones. Then they make me do 4
Yeah.
that I have no.
Yeah. Basically, it comes to around 70, 80.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about, you see, like, now you see, it just depends. You can only understand, like, maybe if somebody has a parent who's capable, they had saved their funds aside,
Yeah.
and they're. But what about that person who, like, people are like Ujamaa community, people are saving money, your families are coming together doing like
That's too much
harambes,
pressure.
and then to send you to school so that this can be like a lawyer from our community and stuff,
Yeah.
and then you're failed.
It's pressure even just when your
Because now even
parents
the
help
community,
you,
even
let
the
alone
community,
them.
they're like, yo, Kwani, what's happening? Because it doesn't make
I
any
know.
sense. And at that time, you're actually reading by the
Yeah, and people assume it's you.
Yeah,
Everyone's always
yeah.
assuming it's you.
All the law students, but I didn't know all the law students that I knew like were always like reading. And once I got to KSL, like they were like always failing. So to me, I was
that's
like, so you
bad.
just come and party with us by the because you guys all like a lot
What
of
a
people.
good friend.
A lot of people have quit by the on my watch, and I was like, these people must be like really horrible at what they're trying to do. But now I could see like all
You could
those
see it's an
stories
issue.
like just coming up on like on my comments, and then I was like, oh, like people don't actually communicate about the most important
don't.
things.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I started like really avoiding is staying or hanging around people who like, yes, I can hang around you for like 10-15 minutes, but if you're not adding like any substance to the conversation, if you're not sleeping together, I mean, I have nothing to say to you. I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to go and watch my YouTubes. I have to go and do my edits. I have to go and shoot. But I won't be there to, because once you just start feeding yourself with that kind of, those people just give you conversations that lead to nothing, or they have, or like they just never have anything constructive to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not my thing.
Like, as much as you're saying that I look as a structured, super planned person, I can be
You
wildly lazy.
Ah,
To be
come
honest,
on.
unless I'm working, I want to do nothing.
She said she's going to run late, and then when I come here, she's already sat down.
I was 5 minutes late.
Recording me on Instagram that I'm the actual person
I
who's
was 5
actually
minutes
late.
late, so I messaged him 10 minutes too.
But
to
it just
let him
shows
know.
like, I don't know. But it just shows that you care. You take everything.
I honestly don't like messing with people's time. I'm really poor with timekeeping. I am, but I want to apologize and I want to acknowledge that I have a flaw, but it doesn't mean that your time is not valuable.
Okay.
is my point. But yeah, I prefer to just be at home doing nothing, watching TV, or just doing anything else except for hanging around people like energy that I'm not into. And I don't have any. I don't have that many friends here. Like I could count I think I have like. I don't even think.
10?
I think that maybe 10 at
Really?
most. 10 at
10.
most.
I have so many friends.
Yeah, but because
But-
but if we go to England, I have a lot of friends as well.
Oh, okay.
Do you get my point?
Yeah,
It's
true.
only
Facts.
because I moved. And you
Okay.
know, I moved in my late 20s. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm not even really trying to have like so many friends.
You don't want friends?
I don't want so many friends. The friends which I have right now, those are my real friends. Everyone else who I'm going to meet, like
You might be stuck with some bill somewhere, and then you really need all those friends to send like their M-Pesas.
in
little by
Jesus'
little.
name, I won't. I rebuke that spirit. I'm getting rich this year. I can feel it.
So like when it comes to like when you moved to Kenya, who are the people that you'd say you were looking up to, like just with your little time, like just moving back? Like who are the people like you're looking at online and you're like, this person has a like really nice way of how they're taking their career path. I can be inspired by this person. I'm looking up to this person. I'd want to know how they do this.
Well, remember when I came back, I was coming to do law. So I didn't have anyone who was in the public eyes.
Patrick Lumumba.
See, that's the thing. With lawyers, he's doing criminal.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Whereas I was going the commercial route. So you've got to be looking at who does what you do. Do you get my point? So criminal has never been my thing. I don't know how they do it, but shout out to you
Kudos
guys.
to them.
But yeah, I didn't have anyone who's specifically like a lawyer in
So
commercial.
there's nobody like in mainstream
No.
who...
So I didn't at the time because of the career I was taking, right?
Yeah.
But as I went into media, obviously, I found people who I was looking up to. Caroline Mutuko.
Oh, shout outs.
obviously.
You know what?
Geshuru.
Caroline Mutuko gave me the Kiss Bandit name.
Really?
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She gave me my first interview.
Yeah.
And after that, like, everything just blew up.
She's
amazing.
I think she's absolutely amazing as far as her talent.
Yeah.
As a presenter, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She is controversial in some of her views. Sometimes I watch her and I'm just
she's
like, ooh.
very opinionated.
Very
But
opinionated.
but you need
but
that.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's just not maybe. I'm opinionated, but I don't know if like she shocks me. Sometimes I'm watching her and I'm like,
me at times,
I'm
like,
like, oh Jesus.
I don't know whether I should agree with you because I don't want to get into trouble.
Exactly. She's like that.
But she's
Julie
been doing
Geshuru,
it. Yeah, Julie.
She also did law. Did law. Then she did a diploma in media. Then did
She
media.
studied in UK as well.
Yes, she went to Cardiff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you even talk like kind of like that.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Julie, those two women,
Yeah.
I watched a video of Karen Mutuko telling women
She's
that
amazing.
if you do not raise your bar, then men will never feel the need to raise theirs.
Ooh.
I saw that
Facts.
video before I came
Facts.
back, and when I came
Facts.
and I found out who she was and everything, she
Yeah.
became like, oh my God, she's like incredible. Julie Geshuru, because she also has 4 children, and I want 4 children as well.
You want 4 children? Wow.
I do. I love the way she she's cultivated her career. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to see it,
Yeah.
and it's not like here. Like there's a lot of content that's on TV is not online. So like if I want to like research Julie Geshuru,
Imagine.
I can't see her back in the day.
Yeah.
So now I only hear from what she says or the interview she's done,
and you
which
see,
is not fair.
but you should see something like both of them are doing right now. Have you noticed something they're doing?
What?
They have gone to like the YouTube thing.
They're online, yeah, they
Yeah.
have.
And they are really, really smart people.
Mutuko for sure.
Because they
she's
know.
taking it there.
Because they know. They know like in a couple of years, you want to have that audience where you can feed like just...
And you can look back and
Yes.
see what you were saying in 10 years' time,
Yeah.
whereas now you can't do that.
Yeah. True.
Especially the YouTube, Karen Mutuko, I watch her bit, not all the time. I used to a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why I fell off that wagon.
Maybe because of work and everything now is
maybe,
slightly
But I
different.
used to watch her and
But she's amazing. She's amazing.
She used, like the things
Yeah.
she says, she's crazy.
Like, because even for me,
love
before
it.
I met her in person, I could just had like this crazy, like these women who don't like men and everything. But you meet her,
And that's the thing, that's a poor
amazing.
misconception.
No, but
just
if you
because
haven't-
you're strong
No,
and you can critique men doesn't mean you hate them.
And I'm just saying, like, I was just from like college doing this like internships and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I didn't even know what to expect. She was
Yeah.
like, "Come for an
She was
interview."
tough.
Yeah. Like even on the phone, I'm like, "What? This is Carol." Like it's like you're talking to the headmaster. So my phone was just like. But she was really nice, and she really like even was very influential in. I started like doing my own thing, trying to figure myself out,
Yeah.
giving me that name, and like actually before her I was just doing like the kiss page and stuff. Nobody was paying attention. Like, this boy kissing all these women. Nah. I did an interview with her. The next day, BBC, Radio Netherlands, all this, like I was Egypt, Iraq, like all those headlines.
Yeah.
But it was just because from her. And then now I understood like the
The
power
power she has.
that she has. And
Yeah.
like from that day, I was just like, hey, listen, I respect her.
Yeah,
I
and
respect her as
shout
a person.
out to the women who have kind of broken the barriers, which I no longer have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like every woman who came before me
Yeah.
made it easier for me to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I appreciate them so much, and I try to learn as much as I can, but unfortunately I can't see as much how they
Yeah.
got from where I am to where they are.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm making my own path for somebody else to look up to me.
It's baby steps.
And for them to
It's baby-
see.
And I think that's why, like, even like for the whole YouTube thing, it's so important because you can always, like, do your thing on TV
Yeah.
and go back on your platform and actually
think
guide
so.
people on. Because now on TV, people can't ask you, like, yo, Lydia, if I need to go to a journalism school, if I need to learn A, B, C, and D, how can I? Did you go to journalism school?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry, Daystar students, those people who don't have jobos and USIU students.
It's so
Shout
much.
outs to you guys.
It's predominantly
Yeah.
about your confidence and your talent.
So do you think you need papers now to be a journalist?
But I don't know, maybe, I don't know
You can
about...
answer. Don't
Actually,
hold back.
Let me tell you, I don't want to discourage anyone who's doing it out there. But even if you're
Do you
going to have
think-
your papers,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to be about your confidence and your, like,
Yeah.
you know, what you're bringing to the table. A lot of people have papers, but they don't have the confidence.
And it's true, because you see so many students like graduating every year, and then they're like, they go to these offices, all they can do is maybe just, if it's not serving tea or being sent to drop off this and this, but it's because you didn't like just take time and build and work on yourself.
You have to do
Because
that.
you know, you can't go there on a job and then expect, once you're 18, you should realize like you're an adult. You can't work in an office space and expect people to just like teach you. But that's again the whole thing you said, like the imbalance. Because you see, like a 20, 21, 22-year-old right now, if you take them in an office space, they're not even sure what they're supposed to do. Whereas in a different country,
you learn a bit earlier.
yeah, you learn a bit earlier. So once you're dropped like in an office space, you're so responsible, you're hands-on with everything.
Yeah, I didn't freak out at my first job after uni.
You see?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you're already used to like working.
Yeah.
Knowing that I'm supposed to deliver this and that. Because I've tried working with interns. Oh my God. My God.
Do you pay your interns well?
Listen, I don't pay them well, but I can tell you what. Pick any office right now, whatever they're paying their intern, I can match that up proper. But you have to come and make
You have
my
to
work
deliver.
easier.
I get your
Because here's the
point.
thing, you can't come to me as an assistant and I'm doing everything that you're supposed to do. So how are you making my work easier?
I agree.
But I'm just saying, like, whatever an office is matching for an intern, I can match that. Tax free, by the way. Hey. But you have to be able to make my work easier.
Yeah.
But if you're not making my work easier, if you say you're just coming to learn, then I'm not. Why should I pay you if I'm teaching you and I'm
You're
doing
not helping
and I'm doing everything that you're supposed to do? So basically, it's a platform for you to come and learn on the job, but make my work slightly easier.
Yeah,
Even
you
if you
gotta
don't
help
possess,
me.
because if you don't possess these skills, you can do other things. You can organize, book my interviews and stuff. Call these people, follow up on this.
Yeah.
All those little things make my work easier.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing that, basically you're just coming to learn.
Yeah.
Just look at it like you're coming to college. I'm teaching you all this shit that I took like forever to learn, by the way. I'm giving you all these gems in the shortest time possible. So if you can do something, well and good, you can get paid. But if you're coming to learn, just come and learn your shit.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Totally.
So basically,
He seems like a tough boss.
no, but it's because you see, like the way I produce my content.
Yeah.
Even the way I've come here, I thought of the script. I've come done the setup. We're shooting. Basically, I'm producing it,
Yeah.
and then I'll go edit, put it up, and still like do the whole marketing, cut the snippets
Yeah.
and everything. In a work situation, those are like 6 more people. I'm doing like a job for
Yeah.
6 people. If you
That
think
makes
about
sense.
it.
Yeah.
So if you're not coming to help in any of those, there is no way, not even a shilling is coming from my pockets.
I totally get
But
it.
you will learn how to do all these things.
It's true.
And even if you're taking a path independently, you're good.
Yeah.
Like you're really good. You can do everything on your own.
It's true. And I need to compliment you. I
Yeah.
think when there's a few of your videos which I've seen. I saw one which you did with Nick Mutuma. I
Yeah.
think that's how I knew who you are. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. You are. I think you're probably the best I've seen probably around East Africa. As far as, and I follow
appreciate that.
videographers
I
and I
appreciate
follow photographers. Like
I
I'm
appreciate
obsessed
that.
with that.
Yeah.
So I think you do a fantastic job. And on your stories, you don't play with your work. You are always researching.
Yeah. That's
You're
why you're
great.
asking me like I'm a doc. I just
He's a
like
geek.
doing.
He's a geek.
But I like doing my research online. I don't like books.
Yeah.
But I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
So if I watch a video and stuff, so I'm always sharing. You see me following like some stupid rapper, but like I'm just infatuated with how they're doing all these
Their
things at like
content, yeah.
19, 18, 20, 22. Cause I mean, like in this country, it's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
In this country,
It's not
at
impossible.
19,
Nothing is impossible.
who's giving you $1 million deal
Nothing
in
is
Kenya?
impossible.
Tell me one person in Kenya who has $1 million
Just
deal.
because he has not been done doesn't mean it's impossible.
Okay. If we change...
Shut down.
Okay, yeah, true. True. But we can give it time, though. Let's
yes,
say we
it's
have to
time.
give it time.
You have to give it time, and also
Plus, we don't have systems. That's the thing. We don't have systems.
But see, that's the thing.
Are
I
people
like
buying music in this country?
I
How
like
do
to
you-
feel that I'm going to be the person who's the exception to the rule.
Okay.
Right? Lupita is gonna get the Hollywood star of the Hollywood star. She's gonna get that before
Shout outs to
Oprah,
Lupita.
before Will Smith.
Yeah.
She's gonna get that before all those people.
Listen. Shout outs to Lupita, because
Shout
first
out
of
to
all,
Lupita.
we used to be in the same capoeira class. So just a plug there.
Really? But
Yeah.
did you try it on her? Did you try and date her?
I didn't.
Fail.
Like
Fail.
even a kiss, she always kept on being dodgy. But now it makes so much sense, because even if you see her life right now with the big name she has, like a superstar, she's so discreet with like all those
Her
two little
private
things.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like, if I ever just had that kiss, then it would have just been like right now. Like TMZ, like
You'd be
yeah,
famous right
I
now.
was a former boyfriend. She used to smack me around and everything. But shout outs to her. We used to talk a lot, but now I definitely know it's just because she's way too big. She probably has to have lunch with Oprah, like we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, or Ellen or whoever.
You know?
So she really doesn't have time to do all the responses. But we used to talk. She's a really good person, and she's set like the bar so high for not just Kenyans. I think Africans.
For sure.
I don't think anybody can do it like she's done it.
Someone can.
It's impossible.
No.
Or it's
someone
still
can.
you still
Are you
believe
being
it's
serious?
possible?
Of course. Like if she did it,
anybody else
before
in that
Lupita,
position would
what
be.
would you have said? Nothing. Then she did it.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
after her, there will be someone who does it and does it bigger. Nothing is new under the sun. We just
But
get inspired
true,
to get
but
bigger
true.
and
I'm
bigger
just-
and bigger.
Okay, what I mean to say is that like she's really done like her level best. Like she's not even like, you don't even hear her in scandals or
Yeah.
anything. Like everything is squeaky clean with her.
Yeah, and
She keeps
I want to put emphasis on Lupita's journey is of 100% about hard work, but
Yes.
it's also about visualizing what you want. Because
yeah.
guess what? Lupita went to school. She went to school. She met the director of 12 Years a Slave, and bang. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So then it's not the person who has gone to the most auditions
No.
that gets the biggest job. It's not always about working hard. It's about the
Plus,
strongest belief system
Plus,
that
she
you're
used to
going to do
be
it.
she used to be turned down in plays in Kenya.
You see? They used to turn you down. And also,
Kenyans,
shout out to the
Kenyans.
people who sleep on you.
Yeah,
They sleep on you.
Yeah. Because I can only imagine now you can't
The amount
even
of
have
people who you weren't even talking to Lupita,
Yeah.
the people who are rejecting her out auditions, saying she doesn't have any talent. Shout out to the people who sleep on you, man. They make your story sweet.
It's so insane because now even if you wanted her to do something with her,
No.
I mean, where does that conversation start?
Where do you start?
Can't. If
You
like
know?
you're in this big company and you never thought of working with her in Kenya, how
And
is she
maybe,
even
like-
supposed to give back to? She can only just
Do you see what I mean? That's another
Yeah.
thing. Like maybe when, like, if we supported people at home more,
yeah.
people would want to pay more homage. You know what I mean?
No, I've just even remembered. Like I did a documentary on athletes with some guy in Saudi, Kenyan athletes. Nobody has ever done like a documentary about Kenyan runners and everything. And
Which is crazy.
it's crazy because when he called me up, he's like, "Hey, I'm from Saudi." No, I bumped into him in Yaya. "Hey, I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm a runner. I'm doing A, B, C, and D, and so I'm in Kenya to shoot a documentary." And then I said, like, I'm supposed to go and shoot some other documentary in the slums. We've done enough of those. And then he said, "I'm doing a documentary on Kenyan athletes." I was like, what? I've never had anyone. Even Kenyan press, they don't do like mini docus on athletes.
So true.
It's never been done.
Yeah.
So he came here, we went, did the thing in return and everything. We met all these winners, guys who win like marathons in New York, Brazil, Russia, Dubai. And these people just chilled. Like they just all meet up in the morning, chill, have conversations. And I'm like, wow. And then the worst part is like, I'm asking like, do you have Instagram? They're like, no, we don't even know what Instagram is.
Oh,
I'm like, do you know the product placements you can get like from Nike? Just the cash you'd get like from just Nike.
Or you
Just
saw
wearing-
dollar signs.
I was just saying like, I think I'll just go back there and actually just pick like 2 that I can do like Instagram stuff with.
Yeah.
But there's so many people who are like just even neglected. Like even when they arrive in
It's
the airport,
true.
nobody
one cares.
comes to pick them up. Like in Ethiopia and TZ, I hear, if you win, and Uganda, my limos are waiting for you. They're giving you gifts. They're giving you this and this. It's so unfortunate, but we need to pay more attention to like those people who just fly, like fly our flag super high. We need to give more. That's the only way they can give homage.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we've talked enough about work.
Yeah.
Now probably we'll switch it up to like a little bit of personal life.
Oh God.
Yeah. Sips tea or sips milkshake. This segment, we have to tone it down a bit. We've talked about the people. It's not like we care about the people anyway.
We do care about the people.
I'm just lying. Yeah, of course we care about the people, but that's just a stupid joke. So let's go more into personal life. Are you comfortable talking about your personal life?
I love Jesus. Oh, I love
Everybody
Jesus.
loves Jesus. Let's hope he'll save you from this conversation.
Right?
Yeah. So let's talk about maybe love life, health. Now, did you break up with, what's his name?
Don't even mention his name. And no, I did not break up with him, and do not mention his name. Why would I break up with him? What kind of question is that?
Okay.
Crazy.
What kind of situation are you in?
Are
you in a relationship?
I am deeply in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Deeply, madly.
How's that going?
Love. Very
it
love.
makes you blush and start, holding your fingers and stuff. Okay, that means that
God.
person is special.
He is.
Hope they're treating you well and stuff.
They are.
I don't even know how I should start throwing these questions, but let's just roll with it. What's like? Do you think you're going to get married to this person?
I mean, that's what I hope for.
Hope for meaning like you're not sure?
No, hope for as in it's just like am I going to go to work today? Yes, but it's like that's what you're hoping for. Something could happen right now and I don't go to work.
No, you're still going to make it to the office. What do you mean?
As in it's like.
Do you see yourself?
I do.
You know why I'm asking this? Because if you break up like next year, I can take this snippet and throw it like on my YouTube, and it can get more views and twist it to something else.
Ridiculous.
Ooh, you know
I
how
do
content
see myself
works.
being with him for the long time.
For the
sure.
longest time.
I don't feel like I'm trying to date anyone right now who I'm not trying to see being with them in the long run. Like I don't. Like what's the point?
Okay, how do you meet this person? Like and then you're like, this is the one. Because were you seeing this? You didn't know this person before you came to Kenya, right?
No. Oh my God, I didn't know him.
So
time last year, I didn't know him.
It's been a year.
Yeah, just about.
It's been a year, and you
about.
see yourself spending the rest of your life with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm turning 28 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've dated, so it's not like I don't know how to spot
Been
one.
around the block? Is that what you're saying?
No, thank you.
Yeah, shout outs to the people who've been around the block. Okay.
Crickets.
Okay, yeah.
Point is, you have enough experience to kind of understand yourself and what you want and what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
And there's some things which I look for in a man.
Good. No, finish that. Sorry. Just popped up in my head.
There's some things I look for in a man that I see a lot of those characters.
And him? In him.
In him, yes. Yeah. So you just kind of see like how this could work. The conversations you guys are having about your commitment, about your future. Yeah. You just, if that's...
You're really talking about your future in the first year?
But I mean, if you don't, why are you having a year? Why are you having a year?
You've seen so many people being together for over 5...
And then they break
6,
up.
7 years.
And also, by the way,
people who get married even and then break up even after a year and stuff.
And the thing is, we could break up too. That's a possibility. It's just that's not what I'm visualizing.
No, we don't.
And that's not where I'm putting my energy.
We don't need another ruined, beautiful woman in the Kenyan media.
Who is ruined?
Yes.
Ruined. Define ruined right now.
That she'll be waking up in the morning and start saying like, Kenyan men are trash. Kenyan men are trash. Yeah, we don't need one of those again.
Wait, first of all, I don't think I'll have dated enough Kenyan men in my lifetime for me to say that they're trash, because I've only been dating here for like 2 years.
What do you think of Kenyan men in general in the
I
dating
don't-
scene?
Hello, I
Maybe
haven't
from
dated enough.
no, from like your friends. Like what's the combo?
From what
what's
I
the lingo?
hear.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, there we go,
child.
there we go, there we go.
Ooh, child.
That's
From
what I'm
I
talking
hear,
about.
I mean,
Yeah, from what you hear.
slim pickings.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. From what I hear, like the
what's
friends
the
who I
word? Like,
have
even from
have
your
very
friends.
good boyfriends.
Uh-huh.
They have very good boyfriends.
Yeah.
Like for real, they're in solid, serious, happy relationships. So
Mhm.
I have enough evidence of Kenyan men being great, and I
Yeah.
also have enough evidence of Kenyan men not being great. So I don't think it's a matter of Kenyan anything. I feel like it's still individual, just like everywhere else. Just like everywhere
It's
else.
not like everywhere else. There are people who are brought in from different countries, and like they say, like their men kind of smack them around to put them in their place.
Who?
South Africa.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
podcast coming soon. Shout out to South Africans. You know.
What?
Yeah, they said it's just normal there.
Oh, it's normal. It's that's been normalized. Like domestic abuse is normal there.
It's
Here,
it's
infidelity
it's-
is normal, and I'm not even trying
Is
to
it?
have that.
So you're
Yeah.
saying Kenyan men sleep around?
No, what I've seen is that it's normalized in that it's not. It's next to acceptable. Have you ever listened to Classic FM?
Okay, that's just at times I even think like that's a script. There is no way that's possible.
the thing.
Does like it
It is.
makes no sense.
That's the thing.
But what's
That's the
scary?
thing.
What's scary is that it's actually an actual person going through this.
Exactly. So are those not real life people? It's crazy.
No,
Let me
yes,
tell
it
you,
is. Yeah.
whether you're in Kenya,
Yeah.
whether you're in England, wherever
Yeah.
you are, it's all about the individual. Do not let whatever is around you be
Yeah.
what determines how your
But-
relationship goes.
But I've had, you know, why why I've mentioned that, why I'm saying like Kenyan men are like this, on it's because I hear other Kenyan women who say like, you know, if you date a white guy, they know they're more romantic. They know how to take you out on dates. They know how to do A, B, C, and D. They woo you every time, you know.
They are more romantic. They're more
Yeah.
conditioned to that because
Yeah.
of where they're from.
So we
Like,
have
you've
to
gotta
agree,
put
like
that.
a lot of different men from different places will
Have
give you.
100%. Another
Yeah.
thing though with white men is that they will come to you one day after 25 years of marriage and tell you, I'm not in love with you, and they will marry their mistress, and that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas here in Kenya, when you're together for 25 years, the man is not going anywhere. Even if he does cheat, he's not leaving his wife. White
So
men will leave you.
Kenyan men are loyal, right? They
No.
respect the women. If they sleep around, they'll still come back to you. Listen, give me a high
No.
five.
No, that's still
Have you ever
unacceptable
been
standard.
cheated on?
I've been cheated on, but I didn't know. I found out after we broke up
Yeah.
that I was cheated on. So it didn't really matter. We already broke it up.
So let's say if you're married and you have kids and stuff, and then somebody cheats on you.
That's not something
a
I'm
wrap?
accepting. I'm not accepting that. Infidelity is not about that you enjoyed sex with someone else. That was just a bodily thing that you did. The thing that comes with infidelity is the breaking of a promise. Is a breaking of a promise, and because especially sex is so intimate for a woman, it's so deeply intimate.
I think prostitutes would have a different opinion.
Okay, you're right.
Especially
you're so right.
especially Kenya being like the top
Let
10.
me speak.
Especially Kenya being the top 10 sex tourism destination
Let me
in the
speak
world.
from my perspective.
Okay.
Sex is very intimate
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So that that vow of commitment to each other is not light to me, and I communicate that. I'm the person who's going to tell you this is what I can withstand and this is what I cannot withstand. And I don't want to have a conditional kind of love, but I want you to know that these are the things that can make it very difficult for me to be with you. I want to communicate that so that you know, and it's vice
But I
versa.
won't tolerate this.
And it's not that I won't tolerate this. That's going to make it difficult for me to love you. And if you want me to love you, then you have an idea of what it is I'm expecting from you. And
Yeah.
men do the same. If your girlfriend cheated on you, would you forgive her?
Nah.
So when he
But it's
says
different.
that,
It's different for men.
I am going to throw my milkshake in your face.
Hold on.
Get
Hold on.
out.
I'm just saying, when men cheat, it's purely physical, and like the way you said, sex too is very, very important. So even for you, if you cheated, it means like you invested like even your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
For me, maybe it's just like, just stress, quick release, and I can
my
come back
God,
to my
Jesus
lovely,
Christ.
beautiful wife and
Wait, so you go and you put your body into something you have communicated you don't care about.
Yeah.
And then after you get out from that thing that you don't care about,
Yeah.
you come and put yourself inside me that you care about.
I won't do it
No.
the same. I won't do it the same
It
day.
doesn't
I'll give it at
matter.
least.
It doesn't matter. As long as you've shared your energy
Or-
with something you don't care about, then you're bringing me that same energy. That
But-
means you don't care about me.
Listen.
You cannot convince me
Yeah.
otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise.
You know why?
Just
Okay.
you can't
Okay.
convince me otherwise.
Mhm.
There's no difference when it comes to infidelity, because the way it could crush your spirit, it can crush mine. Do you understand? And
How about-
how about let's have a bit more empathy. Let's have a bit more empathy. If we
Yeah.
had more empathy between the sexes, we would treat each other in a different way. Because
True.
if you empathize what you're about to do because you're stressed, what it's gonna do to me, you would think twice.
True.
Thank
True.
you.
True.
Mic drop.
True.
Next question.
True. True.
Next question.
I touched on the wrong,
That thing that's saying that it's
subject.
different from men,
But
that's
do you-
ridiculous.
no, but logically, if you think about
It's
it,
not
do you
that it's
think-
not different as far as
But
men
like-
cannot men
I
cheat
know.
because of the physical. I agree with that. I agree with that.
But that's a fact.
It's not that I disagree. I completely agree with that.
yeah. Let's
My
just say
point
it's not
isn't-
right to do it.
It's
but
not right to do it. It's different. Like women and men relate differently when it comes to sex. And as you're saying,
True.
the way there's a man who takes it as deep as I do,
Yeah.
and there's a woman who takes it as light as you do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's wrong because it's wrong. And if you think about what you're doing to the other person who you're breaking your vow to, if that doesn't stop you, then listen. Then
You know what
what are we
Lil Wayne
talking about?
says?
What are we talking about?
No.
You're about to call Lil Wayne right now?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Because my milkshake is ready to be on your face.
Should I say the quote or not?
Don't.
I shouldn't.
No, go on. Let's hear.
What Lil Wayne says is, and it's it sounds so silly, but every guy can relate
I'm
to
gonna
it.
punch him in his face.
No, hold on. No violence. No violence. No violence against men. So what Lil Wayne says like, as soon as I come back to my senses. And I'll tell you what, you see the way you're
That's your
like,
quote?
no, listen. You know why? A lot of people, like women, might not relate to that. But ask any guy, they'll tell you that.
I do not dispute how men relate to sex. I
Yeah.
do not dispute that. But
Because
does
that's
not
when
in
now you'll be
any-
like, oh shit, why did I do this?
But that does not in any way
It doesn't.
condone or
doesn't.
make it more okay for them
True,
to cheat.
but just like you've said, what's the biggest thing in Kenya?
I don't care.
Infidelity, right?
It absolutely is, but I
So,
don't care.
regardless of us saying like yes, no, we argue, it is big. But I'm just trying to think.
Like, don't you want to be better? Don't you want
Of
to
course,
be better?
for me, I want to. I want to. But I'm just saying, like, how can this be twisted all around and just change the notion? Because I think people just cheat for fun in Kenya.
I feel like empathy.
like it's just a thing.
Empathy. Everything even how we treat each other as
Yeah.
races,
Yeah.
as sexes, as women, as men. It starts from with empathy. If you can sit a second and understand how your actions are going to make somebody else feel.
Do I give you another Lil Wayne quote?
No.
No, I can't do that again. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
but
it's empathy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Think about the other
Yes,
person.
and like if you're dating your best friend, if you're with someone who you're deeply in love with, like why do you want to hurt that person?
Okay. Plot twist here.
Plot twist.
Have you ever cheated on anyone?
No.
Don't lie.
What do you mean?
Don't lie.
I know?
Don't lie.
I have never cheated on anyone.
Ever?
Why? No.
Okay, maybe.
And I haven't
maybe.
been with that many boyfriends to cheat, I guess.
How many boyfriends have you had
I've had 3 boyfriends
in your lifetime?
in my lifetime.
I can't.
We're talking about serious relationship. I was in a relationship for 3 years.
Only
that cut-
3 boyfriends.
Okay, so from 18 to 21, that's a boyfriend.
Yeah.
After 3 years, you want to be single for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Then when I got here, I was in a relationship. And then we broke up for a year and a half. Then I'm with my new boyfriend now.
Current boyfriend. That's very interesting. I
Mm.
mean, so
And we're not talking about the little dilly dallies in between.
Okay.
We're talking about like boyfriends.
yeah, like actual boyfriend. So if you were to start a family, because I'm sure you're thinking about it, you've said you'd want to have like 4 children. How soon? Because you're just saying you will be celebrating your birthday in
March the 3rd.
March the 3rd. Do you think like is there that pressure of like I need to have kids by this age
No.
or at this? No.
If I did not have a biological clock, I'll probably have my kids at 40.
40.
If my biological clock
Do you want
would
to be
allow it.
those people who are going for parents day and then when it parents time to start racing, there are these 2 youngins who are running and
My
then you're
mom
always last.
is 52
Yeah.
and she could run any marathon better than most people. So youth is what you make it.
Oh,
Your life
okay,
is going to be
true.
what you make it.
True.
But because my biological clock obviously
Yeah.
is there,
Yeah.
I have an idea of when I would like to have my children. But I don't feel pressure from other people.
By like when? You don't see maybe around like all my friends. I'm guessing like maybe in where exactly were you staying in? Where were you? Where did you go to school? What, like middle school?
Oh, no, wait. I went to primary school here and I left when I was 11.
Yeah.
So high school.
Yeah,
you're
high
asking.
school, high
High
school.
school, I went in Bristol. Yeah.
So like most of your age mates there, like what's their status? Like,
Right now, none of my friends are married or with children.
they're not married
Yes, thank
and they don't
God.
have children.
And they don't have children.
Oh shit.
We've got shit to do.
Okay,
Please.
maybe it's a whole new. It's just a different generation that's taking it
And
slow.
in
I'm
the
guessing our
West, people
parents
are getting married even later than here.
How about having kids.
There are people are having kids, but only one of my friends has a child, and she had the child when she was like a lot younger. But I think, as in right now, as in family and children, no one. One of my friends is engaged. Yeah, she got engaged. So
Jeez.
yeah, I'm not
Okay,
like
so there's no pressure like
there's
from.
no pressure.
Because I'm guessing if you have like all your best friends or
Yeah,
and like
maybe.
they're all having kids, you'd start getting baby
and
fever
maybe
and everything.
that would be your mindset as well. So my mindset is like around the people who I'm with, which is like, have your things together before. Because
Yeah, I
first of
think
all, I
just
want
a
to be in a
structure.
position where I could raise my children on my own. Even your husband could die. I don't want it that I can't sustain my children on my own. I would love to have a partner, and of course that's what I pray for, but not that if they passed away, God forbid, my children will eat dirt.
True.
So I want to make sure that I'm somewhere and that they have someone to look up to as mom, not mom is just daddy's wife.
Okay, speaking of this whole family thing, does finance matter when it comes to like the person that you're dating? Like, you'd want the kind of guy that you're dating. Does he have to have like, his job right, his finances? Let's just say basically, let's just start with finances. Would you date a broke guy?
I think I could date you when, if you're broke, but I couldn't date you if you're poor. There's a difference. Broke is momentary.
I'm saying you can't date anyone from like the hood, because hood is where like we're talking about. Like you wouldn't date anyone who's
First of all,
God.
the thing is, they probably wouldn't date me. They wouldn't date
What?
me.
They would want to date you because you have
Why?
your shit together.
Then why do I want to date someone who doesn't have their shit together?
They're still trying to figure it out.
Then figure it out, bro.
Listen,
Figure it
because
out, bro,
you know,
over there.
you know, like there are those guys who actually like go out with an intent of finding like a chick who's stable and everything,
So
and
that they can lurch on.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
want
just
that
take care of
lurching
them.
on. I don't want to lurch on you
Or-
and don't lurch on me.
Okay, or maybe just somebody who genuinely like loves you, they're attracted to you, in love with you, but they have nothing. They're poor, like you. You wouldn't date
Let me tell you.
someone who's poor. That's what you're saying.
This is what
Even
I
if
said.
they loved
the
you.
characteristics I'm looking for in a man
Tell me.
are not conducive to a poor guy. That's not anything. What I mean by that is broke means it's momentary. So even if you're in the hood and you're broke right now, that's just in the moment. That's just for today.
Yeah.
Your tomorrow is completely different. What I'm talking about, and poverty tends to be cut from up here.
Yeah.
So let's say you're 25.
Yeah.
You have no ambition.
Yeah.
You do not do anything. You don't want to wake up in the morning. You don't want to be out there being a go-getter. You have no vision. That's poor.
That's where you come in now.
No.
To encourage him.
No.
Sleep with him,
No.
cook for him, and make him feel like a man, and give him the courage to wake
Let
up
me
the
tell
next
you.
day to go and
No, what did you say? I'm there to encourage. So that
Yeah.
means there must be something there already.
yeah.
I'm not trying to birth you a
True.
vision.
True.
So whatever my man brings to the table,
Yeah.
his vision, his wants, his desires,
Yeah.
I help nurture that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to conceive a vision for you. I'm not trying to be in the beginning, because I'm not in the beginning either.
True.
You know? And
True.
also, I want to say that just because you want a standard does not make you you're not discriminating against anyone. You just have a preference.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And
Yeah.
there's men who won't date anyone who's not light skinned. That's their preference.
Also, that's the kind of thing that you're
That's
talking
their
about.
preference. You see what I mean? What I'm saying is that when it comes to like what I'm looking for in a man is about the character of a person. It's about the character of a person. I'm not materialistic. Genuinely,
Yeah, same.
I am a sentimental person. So
Yeah.
what I'm looking for is those good values in someone, and
But
etc. etc.
But I understand what you're saying.
And
It's
my
just
children
like for
are
me,
not
for
going to eat looks.
you see, like even it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing as me. Like I just have a specific type like of women. Like if it's not that, I won't date anyone.
And it comes from a point
Do you want
of
to know the type of women I date?
before you say that. It's about how you're
Might be
engaging
you
with
might
someone.
need some more milkshake to pour on me.
It's about how you're engaging with someone. You know,
No,
you
but
want to
it's
feel like when
true.
you come
But it's
home
true.
and I tell you, oh my God, tell me this is what I want to do. What do you think?
Yeah.
He's not going to be just scratching his butt because he doesn't know anything and he doesn't want to know anything. How am I
True.
even falling in love with you? From what? How are you adding?
True.
How are you adding?
I get
You
get
know?
that. So
But it's always in-
at least somebody who has a vision.
You have a vision.
because they haven't figured it out, but they are working
They are-
towards it.
Thank you.
Because
I
like
would
you said, it's
nurture that.
temporary.
It's temporary. Brokenness is temporary.
Yeah.
I can be broke sometimes.
Yeah.
And it passes. You know, it's the stagnant state of you're not growing, you're not doing anything, you're not working hard.
Plus, you've just given up, like those ones
Exactly. I can't do that for you, bro.
of like. True.
I can't. At least I admit that.
True. And it's good to be honest about.
It's the truth. And
'Cause you
most
don't want to
women
get
don't want to
tied.
say, most women say, as long as he loves me, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
if he's dirt poor. Are you kidding?
So if he's that poor, you want.
No, as in.
What do you
girl,
mean by
but
that
here's the
poor?
thing, let me tell you.
Please
the girl-
define.
These are the same women who
Yeah.
want to be taken out. How is he taking you out, sis?
He can't take you out.
He can't
yeah.
take you out. He can't pay for your fare to go see him either.
Yeah.
So
True.
the
So-
engagement dies from there.
True.
Uh-huh.
So like when it comes to you,
Mm-hmm.
like what do you look for in a guy?
That's what I look for in a guy.
Yeah.
Number one, he has to be a kind person.
Mm.
A kind person, someone who is kind to everyone. That's really important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he needs to be family oriented and someone who's like attached to his family. You know, that's something
Yeah.
which I've always, in my list I had said before I met my boyfriend, I had said someone who's kind, someone who's family oriented, because my family is my world.
Me too.
And I need
like,
you to empathize.
For me, it's family over everything.
Exactly. And
I
no, and
wouldn't-
it's not just in a hashtag.
Yeah.
It's in my life is where I spend my time, is where I spend my money, my family.
Mhm.
And three is somebody who knows God. In whichever fashion you know God, I'm not restrictive as far as which religion or how you communicate or how you feel with God. If you're a spiritual person, you pray, you meditate, whatever you feel connects you
Yeah.
to your higher self, the higher being.
Mm-hmm.
That I wanted. I didn't want
So
somebody.
do you mean born again?
No. As I
Oh,
said,
but
a
yeah.
spiritual person,
Yeah.
someone. I also believe in like it's not just about religion is a fashion of communicating with God and relating with God, and
True.
whichever fashion you pick, I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
I don't. And if you're not restricting me, then I don't need to restrict you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a meditator. I believe so much in that. I'm all about energies and vibrations. I feel like all those things are still very much connecting me to God. It doesn't necessarily have to be that going to church
the
every Sunday.
usual. And it's a
Yeah.
new generation. Like a lot of different people have been raised in different situations.
Exactly.
And maybe even though somebody wasn't like a church person, they're still a believer and they believe in just I don't even know how I can describe it.
Yeah, but see, that's
But-
the thing.
but-
Be open to that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we're talking as far as like, you know, who God is, he's really just like a free being. Like, be your best self. And so if I come to you and I'm telling you, you know, I don't go to church every Sunday, and as far as you're concerned, I don't know God because of that, then you are the judgmental one restricting me in how I could relate with my God.
True.
And that's
I
inconsistent
hadn't
with what
thought
God is about.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Sindio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what those are the things I wanted. But luckily I got a hustler.
Okay.
I got someone who's like dedicated. He's committed. He's a hard worker. Like, and he inspires me so much. Like, he plays no games.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to like what he wants.
Yeah, he's always like...
Yeah, he inspires me. So I found somebody who inspires me. That's great.
That's good, because, you know, you want someone who's basically like your best friend.
You want that.
And also, like, they can be there to just guide you in case you need... how can I put it? Let's use your British words.
What?
Some in form of guidance to maybe just your future, how you're going to secure like your future and stuff. Like, they have also their plan
Yeah.
that they can bring to the table, and the two of you like have this like maybe like a mood board that you can share, like, yo, we can do this, we can do this,
Yeah.
achieve this together. That's how you make like power couples.
I totally
That's how you
think
make
that.
like Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's how you make like, who else? Oh shit, we don't have many examples
Will
in Kenya,
Smith
do we?
in Kenya?
Will Smith and Jada.
Yeah.
Don't they have like an open relationship?
I don't know about that.
You know about that.
So
Don't lie
like,
that you
no,
don't
the thing
know.
is, it's been insinuated.
And that's a very good...
It's been insinuated.
we all know.
It's, no.
So would you...
It's been
And that's
insinuated.
good, because you've chosen that like also a very good example of a power couple.
Yeah.
Would you be open to something like that?
No. No.
Who would you say, like, because you do like lots and lots of interviews, who would you say are like mainstream and they're like a power couple that you've noticed
In Kenya or in the world?
in Kenya?
In
the
Kenya,
world, there's so many.
Yes.
In the world, there's
Kenya,
so
I
many.
think Wahoo and Nameless.
Oh, they're amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
they're from, you know, rags to riches kind of couple.
amazing,
They seem
amazing.
very solid,
Oh,
and they
Wahoo
seem
is
very
the
committed
best. Oof.
to their relationship.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they don't take it lightly. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes what happens is that people take their relationship really lightly. Like, you just talk about it anyway, and you know, like, even when you do interviews, like, there's nothing you can't say. You understand?
Yeah.
You can tell they hold their home
They do.
on a particular kind of
Yeah.
level. So those two. Who else? It's not it.
Wow. You see the problem we have in Nairobi? Yeah.
I mean, there are other couples.
Who? Who?
There's size 8 in Haman.
Okay.
There's Bahati and Diana.
Let's not talk about the people who act online, so that we think that they do act, right? You know, they create that content so that we see that. So you
Wait.
can't compare that to like Nameless and... Yes, they have structure. They have like scripts for... They put out what we...
Wait, are we talking about like on their show or?
We're not talking about like... Because Nameless and Wahoo, that's completely different. We see it, like how they do their shows and everything. Because let's say if we were a couple and we're both content creators, come on. Like, we'd star this shit up properly. Because
so
like you'd be like, we're directing, like, today we're doing this and this, this and this.
Oh, I get
'Cause we
your
know
point.
those
It's
are
a bit more
shows.
manufactured.
Yeah, it's more manufactured for us to see.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like real couples that you look and see.
Oh my God! I think that's it. Who else is there?
My point exactly. I just wanted you to think about it. Like, we don't have them.
Oh my God!
We don't have them. We don't have power couples in Kenya. We don't. We have strong, independent women. We have men who, like, maybe
Julie Gishuru and
supersede,
her
like-
man.
I don't know who her man is.
His name is Gishuru, so he's not a small fish.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that.
Like,
You
he's
don't
not in
see-
the public eye.
Yeah, you
like
you
that.
know, like power couples, Michelle and Obama. You know, like that
Yeah.
vibe
Ooh,
that you see.
child.
Because Julie, she's of course, in a very good relationship. I think.
Yes, from what we know.
Yeah. But you don't see them together and say like, yo, I want to be like a hubby.
Because we don't know him.
Yeah, because we don't know him. So I'm just
right.
talking about.
I get your point.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's what I'm talking about. We don't have those in Kenya, and I think that's why it's even hard for couples. Because now, if I say like you and your boyfriend, what couple inspires you? You just say Nameless and Wahoo, and then from there, blank.
Yeah.
Or I mean, because I know Bahati and the girlfriend, amazing.
I think it's no, they're fiance now.
They're married.
They're
engaged.
Engaged.
Yeah, amazing. But you see, that's like a formulated like YouTube thingy that they're doing and stuff. We really wouldn't know.
But they have a perfect daughter.
Okay.
Their daughter.
Amazing. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. I'm just saying, as a couple, you'd want to aspire to be like these people. But you see, now a lot of people are more. You'd say like, I'm inspired with like this woman because she does this and this. A guy would say like, okay, maybe this guy, I'd want to hustle like him. I'd want to make money like Sonko. I'd want to make money like this lawyer. I'd want to be successful, own companies like this. I'd want to be like Bob Collymore. I'd want to be like, you see.
Yeah.
But we don't have those couples that people can aspire to be like. That structure is not there.
I get your point. I totally get your point.
Yeah.
It's no, I don't know what we can do about that. Michelle and Barack. I heard her interview with Oprah on Becoming, like for her book, and the thing she talked about her relationship. You know, you think it was just like, all
woman
perfect.
Is amazing.
You know, she was like, didn't come from like a really kind of close-knit family. So even the way he communicated, like, what he understood family was so different from me.
Yeah.
And all the things she learned. They went to therapy, and shout out to therapy. I'm here for putting in preventative measures before getting to breakdown.
Yeah.
You know, if every couple, if you see a therapist once a year, you might stop a breakdown.
Yeah, and even if like your husband cheats on you, you don't have to necessarily break up with them. Go to therapy, right?
Even if your wife cheats on you, you don't have to break up with her either.
It's over. It's over.
Go to therapy and work it out. As a family.
I'll go for my own therapy so that I don't go crazy.
In the spirit of being in partnership, let's go and help you work out how your wife slept with your friend.
Oh my God.
Right. So you're asking of something which you cannot give yourself. Rich.
That's very interesting, though. That's very interesting. So we've touched on love and quite a lot on that, because that also is a major drive in
100%
in like life
and loving yourself.
Self-love.
Let me tell you this.
What does that entail when it comes to you?
For me, self-love means giving myself permission to do whatever I want. No negotiations, unapologetically doing what I want and what serves me.
Like what?
For example, managing my time, that most of my time falls on me.
Yeah.
That's doing what I want. Managing my time to make sure that I have enough time for myself.
Yeah.
Making sure that I'm really close with my family no matter what else is going on. Making sure that I take care of myself, my nails, my hair, my whatever. That's self-love.
Yeah.
Being somebody who's confident in myself. Reading, doing personal development, making sure I make that time for myself. That's self-love. And it's something I'm rediscovering because I had a bit of a tough year as far as my self-esteem. But
what do you mean?
No, as in there are just some things in my life that happened that kind of took a dig at my self-esteem.
Listen, that's why the podcast is here. So let's talk about it.
Absolutely not.
No,
it's just too raw.
Absolutely not.
No, share when you feel strong.
Yeah.
And it's still very raw, but I'm rediscovering that.
Was this like last year but one?
It's
when you're in Kenya?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kenya can drive
within
you
the last
crazy
year.
as well.
Yeah, just some things that happened it's my personal life, nothing to do with Kenya. And now that I'm rediscovering, I'm understanding how you can put yourself in the back burner. You know, it's easy to, I've got work, I've got a man, I've got family, I've got, you start putting all those
and
other
that's
things,
the balance we're talking about.
yes, all those things become there. But when you feel yourself, nothing else works. That's why you find people who are super successful, happy marriages, but they can still commit suicide because in you yourself, that's what's failed. So that should be the first thing on your list.
You didn't pay attention to yourself.
Yes.
Focused on everything else.
Except for you. Your mental well-being. Your brain is a muscle. If you're not nurturing it, sooner or later it's going to start doing things to you that is attacking yourself.
You see how these 4 pillars of life I was talking about, they're coming together? Do you see what I was talking about?
Absolutely.
They are very, very important because it's all about balancing them all out. Because once you start lacking one, you start missing out on something, and then you can't start coming back later for that. Or maybe you'll be making wrong judgments because you are not trying to, because you didn't understand how dating is. How just going out with someone, asking someone out on a date, you focused so much on work and you forget.
I get your point.
And then you start attracting maybe like the wrong people. Because maybe you have money, you never used to date, and then now you want to start dating. You will be just attracting like the wrong people.
It's true.
You're not even a good judge of character. If somebody comes to you, you don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And you'll just get maybe disappointed and you're like, okay, is this what people normally just go for? Because I don't understand.
Because
why is it not working out for me
when you're supposed to? Let me tell you, there's nothing, even if you don't have a job, you don't have a man, you don't have any of those things.
Oh shit.
If you are solid with yourself, none of that
so
is
mental
gonna you. Then you're here having a healthy relationship with yourself is the most important thing, because even the relationship you have with your boyfriend stems from the relationship you have with yourself.
Hey, what did you say?
Be free. Hashtag love wins.
What? Please throw as many women's names.
Have a good relationship with yourself, then that determines the relationship you have with all your women.
Yeah, you have to correct that shit. It's going online. What do you mean? What? What?
I've realized that even having a job, having a boyfriend, having a good relationship with other people, when you feel yourself, you feel completely. So,
have you ever experimented when it comes to love?
No.
So you don't know whether if you might get attracted to girls maybe at a later stage?
I mean, I'm around girls all the time, so they're here to be be attracted to you. If that is my vibe. I'm not attracted to them. That I'm saying is that I'm a bit more of a free person. I don't feel like I would restrict myself if that's where I wanted to go. And also, I grew up in England. I feel like that would have been the best place to be. To be free
experiment.
If I wanted to. I mean, not even to experiment, but if that's like if I was gay, then I think that would have been a better place to be, and I think that would have been a place where I would feel more confident. Of course, I would feel more confident to come out there.
Really, you can be gay and happy in Kenya?
I didn't say that. I said that environment is far more conducive.
I didn't say that.
Far more conducive and far more tolerant for people who are
it's tolerant in Kenya as well. You don't think so?
That's not true. The law says it's illegal. How is that tolerant?
It's illegal.
Yes, it is.
It's not illegal. Come on.
Oh my God, do you want to Google that right now?
It's illegal in Kenya.
It's illegal to be homosexual in Kenya. You didn't know that?
I know in Uganda they take that shit.
It's illegal in Kenya. Listen to this person.
Okay.
So tolerant.
Listen, I respect the government. I don't want to touch into that. I don't want to talk about illegal stuff. But look at you like. So we've talked basically about almost like everything. And another one important portion that I don't want to leave out is like, how do you take care of yourself, like just physically, so that, you know, we complete this whole balance structure and stuff. I saw on your Instagram doing some, I don't know what dance that was. I don't know whether it was stripping, it was like aerobics, or it was, I don't know if, was it pole dancing? It wasn't you?
No.
Don't make me pull
my
up this Instagram.
My sister is a dancer.
Come on, chill out.
I'm for real.
Am I seeing my own things?
You are seeing what you want to see, John.
What? Hold on. It's not you?
What are you talking about? Oh, it's my sister. My sister is a dancer.
Oh, so that's not you?
No.
She looks exactly like you. She looks exactly like you. I was like, what?
well, people are like, oh my God, you're so agile.
You can do this?
No.
Also, that's not you?
No.
I'm so disappointed in you. And shout outs to your sister.
Yeah.
But do you go to the gym? Do you?
I have fallen off the wagon.
Of course, as long as the older you get, your metabolism starts slowing down. Of course, you notice, like, even if you don't pay attention to what you're eating and stuff, nobody wants to get to that point where, like, if you can't eat these foods that you love eating, or maybe, like, you're past this weight, your doctor is telling you, like, you need to start, going to the to like the gym and lose weight. So what do you do to take care of, like?
Honestly, I don't do as much as I should do. I always
don't exercise.
I always dip in and out with yoga. I have a yoga mat, so that I never go too long without doing yoga. I had started gym, then I stopped. But I try to do something. If I stay without working out for so long, I feel it in myself. I do. So yoga is always there. Just always somewhere there in the background. Yoga is like the best connection because physical and mental and spiritual all in one. And after I do yoga, I feel so whole as a person. So that's why I enjoy yoga. I'm trying to cut out some certain foods,
like
bread out and coffee out. Those just gotta go. Fizzies, no. Super high sugar content kind of drinks, no. So I'm also putting so much in, like, fruits and especially mango season. I have eaten all the mangoes. I eat so many mangoes.
But I love fruits.
Yes.
Watermelon is my favorite.
Watermelon is my favorite as well.
Hey.
Literally. And watermelon is always in season. Yeah, so that's why
it's there all year round.
All year round.
So
I love fruits. I'm drinking plenty of water. I'm fairly conscious, but I definitely need to be more disciplined with it.
Yeah, because I think once you pass like 25, it's just good to start, like, paying attention to, like, some of the little things.
100%.
Yeah,
and you also want to look good.
You want to look good, yeah, exactly. Because like, there's also, like, a lot of pressure. Like right now on Instagram, when you swipe up on Instagram, like, there are these chicks who are working out in the gym.
Everyone
there are these
looks
guys
are
also, like,
they're drawn.
Yeah, like bodybuilding and doing all these crazy things. But you succumb into any of those pressures.
Let me tell you, I noticed a difference with my relationship with Instagram when my relationship with myself got better.
Yeah.
When you're insecure, when you go on Instagram, all you see are the things that you want to be, you wish you were, blah, blah, blah. But when you get yourself together, then I go on Instagram and I see some beautiful women, and I would just put on my story, I'll be like, woo, Woman Crush Wednesday, and
I
celebrate it.
Them.
I celebrate it because I'm okay with myself.
I appreciate and celebrate beautiful women every day.
Yeah, we see that. Most of them, majority of them never have clothes.
Listen, that's all about women empowerment. Women empowerment. Hey, you can't body shame. Do you want to start body shaming women?
How did I body shame? Explain.
You say
I
most
said
of them are
that
almost naked.
Woman Crush Wednesday, they tend to be more about the percentage of skin they have out.
Yeah, and it's because they're proud of who they are and they want to,
No, it's because you're seeing it. That's what you like.
I mean, I didn't choose them. I didn't choose their outfits.
Get out. Women empowerment is because he's seeing it.
But yeah, do you ever how was it, like, the way you're talking about separating or just being able to look on Instagram and appreciate instead of feeling bad, like, yo, like, why don't I have, like, a body like this person? Yeah. How don't I have? Because that's what, like, a lot of young girls are going through right now. There's 100%. So much pressure. Because if you open Instagram, you're saying this person is in this situation. They're flying out to this country.
Oh, yes.
They're
catching flights.
Catching flights when you're catching feelings.
Don't catch feelings. Catch flights.
Yeah, and exactly. They always have, like, that
those captions.
Caption.
Making you feel like
catching flights as you keep catching feelings. Like, what? But how do you separate yourself from all that? Because even, like, let's say from you, unless you're at a very happy place, you're doing this in the media, but there's a certain maybe media personality who's doing, like, the most in what they're doing. How do you just separate from, like, the two?
Number
like,
one,
how can even, like, young girls who are just, like, going on Instagram, because now everybody's spending their time on the phone. Yeah. That's why, like, even for me, I think just content that can be achieved, like, on iTunes or YouTube, that's where all these people are spending a lot of time. How can they separate themselves from just feeling bad and appreciating and feeling like they're not having enough or their lives are not good enough just because somebody else is doing something that seems more vibrant than theirs?
Comparison and judging other people or feeling bad because of where other people are, it all stems from the relationship you have with yourself. Everything stems from that. And I know that's so cliche, but hear me out.
Yeah.
The difference, because I've been where you are. If you're watching this and you're feeling that way, I've been where you are, and I noticed that it's because of the hole or the kind of the gap I have with myself is what's making me feel that way. So what I did is start nurturing my relationship with myself. And how do you do that? Your mind is a muscle. Exercise it. Get content and listen to inspirational videos and read books that are telling you this is the best way to get to here. And when you get to a situation where in the morning you wake up, the first hour should be for yourself. I don't always do it, especially when obviously I'm not at home. But the first hour should be about yourself. You wake up, you read. Should
be about yourself. What do you mean?
The first hour
like
of the
play
day.
With yourself, or what are you talking about?
The first hour of your day should be given to yourself.
I don't want this message to be misinterpreted.
No, you're misinterpreting it.
That's how I'm interpreting it. The first hour.
The first hour of your day should be spent giving yourself time. So if it's reading something, if it's meditating, if it's praying, whatever you need to do to make you feel like, you know what, I got this.
It's so interesting.
Do you understand?
Because there's somebody on the podcast who also said that.
Yeah, it should.
Wake up in the morning and just meditate and don't just meditate.
I meditate. Even when I wake up, even today I woke up 15 minutes earlier so I can meditate. Wow. Meditate. And it doesn't have to be that way. Do whatever you want to do. But point is, you want to get out in the day feeling like, you know, I can conquer this. I can feel good. Silence your mind. Get the right energy.
Yeah.
If you are feeling insecure about yourself, do the reading. Do the work. Nothing is easy.
Yeah.
Nothing is easy. Go and read books from like inspiring people, women who have conquered so much. And you will find that the more you love yourself, you know, even telling yourself in the mirror, I love myself. Even saying in your head, I love myself over and over again, you will get to a point where you will love yourself enough to understand that you are the most unique human being and no one can look and be like you. And you are perfectly made exactly the way you are. So when you see another woman who's perfectly made the way she is, you celebrate it because you know you are just as perfectly made. You know what I mean? She just has a bigger bum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really sad because it's like a standard of beauty, and if you are so far from what is being said is beautiful, that can be really tough. You know, but no one is exactly how everyone says that they should look like or be like.
True.
So you just
We're
have
all
to
just different. If you embrace how different and unique you are,
in fact, that's what's gonna make it. And also there's this big conversation about, you know, skin lightening, especially here in Kenya, and you know, like they're banning products, but it's so huge around.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Obviously, I think is a no. Brown is beautiful.
True. So, but those people who have to fit in, or they just think that if they're lighter, they get treated better. Apparently, you start dating men with more money. That's
there
what
is that
saying.
Standard that there is, like a lot of men say that. They
like
say that
basically, like for me, I just don't date black chicks. I have nothing against them.
Oh my good God. Breathe.
Yeah, I'm joking, of course. I just wanted that reaction. Of course, I'm joking. Come on, that's not me. But I wanted that. You know why I wanted that reaction?
Oh my God.
Listen, you know why I wanted that reaction?
Why?
Because that's a good snippet. If I chop it up and post it like on my YouTube, on Instagram, and then people would be like, I have to wait and watch this episode. He said that. Oh my God.
That's
ridiculous. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like. People, the way you said, people just say like, if she's not light skinned, I'm not dating her.
Yes.
If she doesn't have a big bum, because I know like people personally who are like, if she doesn't have a big bum,
that's it.
And then I'm like, you really choose like your partner because of their size of their ass. You know, because I don't even blame the chick. You have a very serious problem. Imagine, because it's not like food you're going to eat it. I mean.
that's just what stimulates.
Yeah,
Anyway, my point.
yeah.
Let me just get
Yeah.
to my point.
And you know what's so funny? Because even when you're talking about the skin lightening, I have a friend who also was on the podcast, and she's half white and half Kenyan. And even though she's pointy, she's saying she succumbed to the pressure of bleaching as well.
What?
It's there. I'll post it. It's online. But she was so honest. But she said it's because in the school where she was going, she was different.
Is she light skinned, right?
She's mixed race.
Yeah, but not
So
all
she's
mixed race
like,
what?
no, she's like pointy.
What? And she still wants to lighten it.
She did.
She's gonna be see-through.
No, but here's the thing. When she was seated with like her other friends, her friends were more white.
Oh.
So you see,
fair
but
enough.
you see, it's in Kenya, but she still succumbed to that. So she actually got some bleach cream and started. But then she's saying, like, after using it for like a month, she was like, hey, this shit is not working on me because it's not making any change.
Yeah.
I'm still. But she went through a process. But she came to the podcast, talked
And
about it,
That's
and she
fair
says
enough,
like
you know.
how she's at a happy place right now, and she just started loving herself the way she is. And it's just like she was hanging maybe around the wrong people.
Yeah, let me tell you, the pressure is there. We can't deny that.
She's proper light skin.
But let me tell you, there's even this girl. I watched a documentary where she was mixed race, and her mom was one who was white, and she was raised by her grandparents who are white.
Yeah.
So to her, she was really dark to her. She was
she
very
was
dark to
half-
herself.
she
She
was
was
half-
half black and half white.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
if
this. I saw
it's
shout
the
outs
same
to
exact
Shania,
thing.
you know.
It's the same thing.
Podcast coming soon.
The grandparents who raised her were white.
It's
So even
the
if she's
same story. It's
if
the
she's
same
mixed
story.
race,
Yeah.
she's very dark.
And
You
that-
understand?
and
The
it's-
pressure there, it can be real. Even you who's there watching right now, it can
Yeah.
be real. But let me tell you this, I think that my confidence comes from there's nothing or no man I've ever wanted that I didn't get because I wasn't light skinned. So I know my
It
life
just-
couldn't be any better.
Yeah.
My life is no better or any different, as in I've never seen what it's stopping me.
But
Do you understand?
It's so.
But that's that's just me personally.
But you see, that's the thing. A lot of people wouldn't even notice. Like even mixed race kids like go through so much.
I can imagine
'Cause
they go through so much.
they
Are you
don't
whi-
know
are
where
you
they're
half
supposed to
white?
fit in. Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause it's so common, but it's very tricky. Cause for them, I remember who else said. I remember I think this one of my friends as well who was saying like, even though they were light, they were trying. I think it's the same girl actually. That's why her episode is going to be very important as well, and it made so much sense because she's saying now she moved to a different place where she was now with like proper dark-skinned kids
and she felt
because her
comfortable.
situation changed.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
now she was staying outside the sun way too much so that she can be slightly darker. Then I was like, oh shit, that childhood must have been crazy.
Yeah, it's all about fitting
Yeah.
in. Even this whole light skin thing is just about feeling like you fit, like, you know, you're
Yeah.
there with the trend. Because whatever it is that's making you feel like you're too dark is making you feel like you're not like other people, like you're not
Yeah.
enjoying the benefits of other people. I want to be the person who talks about kind of making the change within as opposed to without. If you feel confident with yourself deep inside, you
Yeah.
won't want to change anything external. Lupita is killing it,
Amazing.
and she's dark. You know what I mean? So it can be, you can have the life that you actually want, whether or not your external factors are the ones who everyone likes. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Yeah,
Facts.
100%. And I want to be that person. I want to be the person who's like, she didn't need to bleach herself to do this. She didn't need to
Yeah.
have that to do. You know what I mean? I want to be the person who kind of communicates that it doesn't have to be this way of change yourself from the outside.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so, you see, let's say on your talk show, you see, you wouldn't have like enough time to talk about like those little things and put emphasis on them. That's why like your personal like platform, you can always put this out because already
100%.
you're making like when you're on TV, you have a bigger audience. And now people can start following you like on your personal page and everything.
100% what I'm
So
trying
you can actually now put out like the message if you want to guide people because you used to do that.
I know.
Those
And no,
two
and
little things, please, you can always go back and do that. Even if
let
it's
me
just
tell
for
you,
30 seconds.
I am going
Come on.
back. I'm telling you this now.
Yeah, don't be a
You
sellout.
see.
Don't be a sellout.
I know.
Because I
sold you
think
guys
like
out.
a lot of people who had started like gravitating towards that were like, oh shit, now where did she go?
Trust me, I know. There's
Yeah.
this
Where
guy
did
who
she
used
go?
to follow me told my friend, like,
Yeah.
you know, I used to go on Lydia's page, and you know, when I was having
And
a really
just
bad
see-
day,
yeah.
I would just have someone who motivates me, and like.
Because even for me, I used to
felt
see
so bad.
some of those. And do you remember even the first time we met? Do you remember when we met?
Yes, at
What did I tell you?
Koroga. You were like, I have a really clean. No, listen to this bar. He thought he was dropping a bar.
I
He
do
thought
drop bars all the
Listen
time.
to this dead bar.
Yeah.
He was like that. Your brand is so clean. If he could marry anyone,
Yes.
it would be me, because my brand is.
Yes. But here's the thing.
Oh my
but
God.
but I broke
Do those
it.
lines work?
But I broke it down.
Do
I
those
told you
work?
why.
Tell me.
I told you why. Because you see, you've had only 3 boyfriends, right? Do I want a wife who people are talking everywhere that I smashed Nani, I smashed Nani? Who wants that? What do you mean? I'm just saying what I was. But I broke it down and I told you, like, you know, everything in you is just so well structured. You have a clean brand. You seem so focused in what you're doing.
Oh God.
And you see, like, even a year after that, now you moved on to TV, and here you are now.
Maybe I am focused.
You're in a good relationship. You're talking about how you'd want to have 4 kids. Can't you see, like, everything is just, who wouldn't want to marry?
Oh my God.
I mean,
I don't
but
know.
because
maybe-
nowadays, like, you'd hear, like, I don't need anything from a man. I don't need this. I don't need kids. I can just adopt a kid. I can get this. Because there's that whole energy that's being put out. But
and
you
also,
see, like, even
let me
from
say something, by the way. I'm a feminist. I am a total feminist. I just also believe in the power of men too. It's
Yeah.
not just the power of women, and that's why I enjoy
Yeah.
being in a relationship, and I
Yeah.
can celebrate what the man brings to the table.
doesn't it make you happy?
I feel good. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think being a feminist is like it contradicts being married and having
Yeah.
children. It doesn't.
Beyonce is a feminist. She has Jay-Z. Who else is a feminist? I think, is Cardi B a feminist?
She probably is. She's wild. She's
She's
got to
great.
be a feminist.
Yeah, but you see,
we are
like-
claiming her.
Yeah. But you see even how she has, like, the way she expresses herself and everything, she still has that balance with the man, and it also just makes them like sort
Yeah,
of like
I don't
like
think-
this amazing couple. Because even when
yeah.
they were just individuals, they were like, yeah, we see the brands, but when they're together, they're like, oh shit, we didn't even realize, like, there's 2 people coming together. It's so powerful
Yeah,
together.
I don't think it
She took a
like, if
Grammy.
you're
She got a
celebrating-
Grammy for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
That's wild, by
Yeah.
the way. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
And it doesn't contradict you. You can be a totally powerful woman and still be in a loving, happy relationship or marriage and be
Yeah.
a mom. And you know, your face looks like you're always smiling. You always have like this smile
I know,
note. It's
I know,
hilarious.
I know. even when I'm not, I'm just trying to be.
It looks like you're being cheeky. It's so
Whether
cheeky.
it's just my face, because I mean, even when I'm just trying to do
No.
something, because I was just about to ask you, like, why are you looking at me like that?
Because he always looks like he's being cheeky. He has this little like kind of cheeky smile on his face.
Let's wind this up. So we're just talking about how, like, even Cardi and Offset, you know, they were like, when you see how, even when you hear their songs, like when they're separate, when they were not dating, it's a whole completely different, you get a whole completely different feel.
Yeah.
But now with just them as a couple, it just makes, and that's why we were saying, like, for you, like, having a boyfriend, it makes you like, you're at a happy space.
I am at a happy space. I am.
And we had mentioned about feminism, so, like, you can be a feminist and
You
still
can be a feminist and still be truly deeply in love with your man and be happy and have a family, all that.
But
100%.
But what about those people who are like, I don't need a man in my life, I don't need...
I mean, that's completely up to you. That's your prerogative. Feminism is about allowing every single woman to live their truth the way they see fit. So my truth is that I want to be in a happy relationship, I want to be married and have children. And if your truth is that you don't need a man, you can be single all your life and, you know, adopt children,
still
that's
makes
your
you
truth.
happy.
Whatever fulfills you as a woman and makes you feel most connected with who you are, express that and live that wholly and wholeheartedly. And I support that.
Yeah.
I support what you want to do.
I support them
That's it.
as well.
Yeah.
But Okay, before the podcast, our session is going to be way too long. But let me just throw one more there.
Yeah.
What do you think about the rise of all these single moms in Nairobi right now? Because I think it's really growing super, super fast.
I think it's really sad. Being a single parent isn't anyone's wish. Actually, no, stop. There are women who, as we've just said, would like to adopt on their own and have children on their own.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking about, the situation.
That's
we're talking about the situation where you conceive with someone in hopes that you guys will be together, but unfortunately you break up. I'm from a single parent home.
Yeah.
I know my dad, but they divorced.
Yeah.
And I have a relationship with my dad as well. It's just that they separated and my mom raised us.
Yeah.
And no, but that's not anyone's desire, especially for the children's part. I'll speak from a child's point of view.
Yeah.
You don't want to grow up without your dad. You don't want to grow up without that. And sometimes when it comes to being in a single situation, you tend to choose between your children growing up without a dad, or your children growing up with a crap dad. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, there's situations where the man wants to be present. The man wants to be there for the children. He wants to be a great dad, but because you're scorned about your own relationship, you prevent that from that happening. Yeah. And let me tell you, whichever scenario it is, the child always feels like there's something that they are missing, and that's not a good feeling. Everyone wants a mom and dad. Everyone wants to have a present mom and dad.
Yeah.
If I was to choose between my children having an unhealthy father or no father, I would choose no father. I would always choose no father. Because unhealthy father comes with so many other issues that absent doesn't come with. Absent comes with a longing, but a damaged father, a father who's hurting his children, comes with so many hurts. You know what I mean? So many disappointment, and that can really change the way a child looks at life in total. You know what I mean? And for the unhealthy moms, because it's not just men who can be bad parents. For the bad moms as well. No, I think a mom is that's what a child needs more than anything else.
Yeah,
warm mom.
From a biological standpoint, conceiving a kid,
you need that.
The nurturing just
you absolutely
naturally
need
just
that.
comes.
Yeah, and shout out to the stepmoms who are really stepping up, the stepdads who are really stepping up, the adopted parents who chose to be there when the biological parents weren't there. Yeah. You don't have to be a biological parent to be a good parent. I don't believe that. So shout out to them who are stepping out and doing that. But I would not wish in this world to raise my children without their father being loving and supportive and present. I would not wish that.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about everything.
We totally have. It's only politics, but I don't care about politics.
Politics. Nobody cares about Kenyan politics. But we should, because those are the things that structure our country.
I can't.
But there's nothing we can actually just... we can't... It's just a conversation that's going to make you upset for no reason at all. So we'd rather avoid that.
Right.
So... just to sum it up, this is just the last thing that I normally ask in all the interviews. Just as Lydia, what's your nickname? What do your friends call you?
I don't have a nickname. My name is Lydia. Some people call me Lids. My sister calls me Lid.
Lid.
Carlene is my middle name, so some people call me that. Mokami. Oh my God, people can start calling me Mokami. I love people calling me Mokami. Okay,
well, shout outs to that. To those people, because I'm not calling you that.
Let's go with Lydia. You won't call me Mokami?
No.
Why?
I mean, I know many other Mokamis, and I don't want to relate their character to you.
Oh, they're bad Mokamis?
Oh, shit.
Oh no! Shit. Well, no, but I can be a good Mokami.
Okay. So what do I call you?
You can call me Lydia.
I just go with Lydia.
Yeah.
I just go with Lydia. So, just to sum it up, I normally ask this last question. I mean, in life, what you're working towards, what's the one thing you think that if you achieve, it's gonna make you happy? Maybe it's kids, maybe it's you already have a boyfriend, maybe it's another boyfriend, maybe it's a promotion at work. What's the one thing you think if you get, you'll say I feel like my life is just either complete or I'm at a very happy place? What's that one thing that you think you're chasing? If you get it, by the way, you're maybe it's that one weave that you've just been seeing and it's gonna make you happy. But what's
I don't come from that school of thought, and I feel like it's not the healthiest school of thought to say that this thing, when I get this thing, is when I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But maybe I can take it from a point of like maybe what I'm aspiring to get to.
Aspiring.
Yeah. So I'm aspiring to be the most celebrated host in Africa. I'm aspiring to that. I'm aspiring to that, and I want no bounds. You know, that's my dream, my human dream. But if God wants to multiply it times 100, He absolutely can. I want to be in a place where I feel that I am financially free from sharing my talent with other people. That is like a huge goal for me.
Yeah.
And also the harmony between my work and my life, that I always want. And balance. Somebody once said that. Balance feels like it's something you've got to manage.
Yeah.
But harmony is it working just harmoniously on its own.
On its own, like
That's what I'm
everything
working
just
for.
falling into place.
Yes, harmony. I want a harmony between my work and life balance, and I want to feel fulfilled in kind of the achievement and the financial freedom and the scale of success, like, you know, the highest scale of success that comes from sharing my talent.
Wow.
That's what I'm aspiring to.
That's deep.
Is it deep?
I mean, it is.
Oh yeah.
It is. Maybe it's just like I've told you, maybe it's just the way you put your words together, and then everything just sounds like, I can't even want to just interrupt you a bit, but I'm like, oh no, I would ruin that outro. Let her just do her thing. I don't want to ruin that outro. But so thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate it, and, you know, I respect you a lot. And, you know, just the sentiments are still the same time like I met you the first time we met you. You know, so in case things never work out, you know, hey, listen, it's a Case Capades podcast. It's a Case Capades podcast. You can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook. Subscribe. And just, you know, if you can listen to the audio versions, put that 5-star rating. If you have questions or you would like to see a certain guest, maybe somebody you look up to, you see them online. Maybe, of course, you don't have access to them. I have access to them. And I can bring them to the podcast and we can talk about all these different things that maybe you'd want to aspire to be. They can advise you on something. So, And of course,
I love feedback.
Make sure you follow Lydia on her. Can they follow you?
Yes.
You want people to slide in your DM?
No. Do you know what?
About
slide
work,
DM,
about
anything.
work.
Do you know what? I love feedback.
Send
so
her pictures.
No pictures. Jesus. At _Lydia K.M. And that's on Instagram, and Lydia K.M. on Facebook. If you put Lydia K.M, you find me.
And where can they watch your show and what time?
That's Ebru TV. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. and you can catch it on YouTube as well. So if you just Google Let's Talk Ebru TV, you can find the episodes online.
Yo, it's been real, guys.
It's been real. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this, I mean, just to now wrap it up completely, have you had an art cafe breakfast?
I've never had an art cafe breakfast. When I saw it on your story, this is evidence of me manifesting it.
Yeah.
Visualize something and it will come true. When I saw it on your whatever, I was like, I want that breakfast. Look at me.
Shout outs to Art Cafe for their space and the amazing breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this. Thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you catch the next episode.